What? So we're starting early?
Yeah, I didn't mean to.
Okay.
Recorded?
Yeah. Nicola introduces here.
Are we on?
Yeah, we're live.
We're on.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Children of all
Yeah.
ages.
Welcome to
Things that were not cool in high school.
In stereo.
So we have a special guest today. Adding to our group is Dave from
Just
Tornado
Dave.
Tag Podcast.
Just Dave.
Dave.
Second appearance here.
Yeah, you were on before.
We actually tugged in with Andy one day because Andy was late and I actually
Yeah.
tagged out and tagged
Yeah.
in.
But you were on another one too when we unboxed that. Oh, no, never mind.
That was-
Never mind.
That was
Yeah,
like
that was-
Tornado
yeah.
Tag.
He was on a Tornado Tag. He was on a Tornado Tag live stream on Facebook when we unboxed the box.
Yeah.
Aren't you supposed to unbox the box now?
Yeah, it's behind you.
Oh, nice. Did you open it yet or no? Oh, yeah, you had to?
I did.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
You could have lied. You could have.
It's okay. You guys will be particularly excited for the Nintendo 64 game
Oh, nice.
that I got. I was not so excited about it.
Oh,
But this box is definitely going to be a way for me to play games that I would never go out and buy myself.
there you go. Yeah.
So
It's-
I'm going to look at it that way.
It's cool, like what you get inside.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And the little gift, the frisbee, that was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing
Yeah,
I
throw it
never
like that.
forgot to ask you is if you get like games that you don't want, are you allowed to send them back and trade them back in?
No.
No.
It's like, yeah. You would, if you don't want the game, you go to the checklist and just put that you have it.
Yeah.
And that way you don't
Honestly,
get it. Yeah.
I don't have many 64 games, but I was like, do I want these like hockey ones or
Yeah.
football ones or anything? But at the same time, I was like,
Some
it'd be
of
kind
those
of
games are
pretty
actually worth a
cool
lot
to
of
have
money.
the 64 versions of these.
Yeah.
So I was like, screw it.
Yeah. But like
Give 'em off.
they say you'll hardly ever get a sports game unless it's like a
Oh.
wacky one.
Yeah.
Unless it's like NFL Blitz or something like that where it's
Okay.
and
That game was actually enjoyable.
something where it's Mutant League football. Like you'll never get mad at
Do
it.
you need a cup?
Never.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
that's what I would be. I would be like,
Yeah,
I don't really
like,
care about
There's
this,
some up
but
there. You can go get
it'd be
one.
still kind of cool to have the cartridge.
Yeah. So my box was cool. I was like, I can't wait. And then I guess my loot crate's finally coming. I'm getting it tomorrow.
Finally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I signed up on March 19th.
Yeah.
And they're having problems putting it out. And this is the Cosmic one, Captain Marvel. Still didn't get it. And then it said, oh, it got pushed back to April 1st to 5th. And now it's pushed back from the 5th to the 10th. I'm like, well, tomorrow's the 10th.
Mail is
And I got
completely
charged for the
ridiculous
next
anymore.
one already. And I was like, okay, now I'm going to cancel. I haven't got any yet. I just want my Captain Marvel one.
Yeah, and that's.
So-
I never had an issue with Loot Crate before.
Really?
Yeah, never.
Yeah, so it's late. But apparently it's across the board. So I don't know if it's a company-wide thing, what's going on. Like all the other boxes are late too. There's only like 2 that are on time. So I'm kind
And
of
this was
excited
the
for
Captain Marvel one,
Yeah,
you said?
it's Cosmic. It said aliens are part of it and something else. So I was like, I'll open it here and what I don't want you guys can have because there's a lot of stuff I don't like. I don't want the aliens. Like, I don't care for aliens.
Yeah, I looked into a Wrestle Crate box over the weekend, and I'm still up in the air about it because I'm not sure if I want that much merch,
Yeah.
and none of it's really autographed either. Like I can see if you got like an autograph
Maybe
picture somewhere in
yeah.
there.
I think you have a chance.
What did you
to.
get?
Yeah,
Yeah, there's 2. There's the barbershop window or Pro Wrestling Tees, and then there's Loot Crate one.
I was actually looking at pro wrestling tees because
Okay.
I think there's more value in that right now.
Yeah,
with
and
the way
there's
the
indie
wrestling
stuff.
scene is. Yeah,
the
I mean, there's shirts in there in the indie scene I'd rather have compared to a shirt we can go online
yeah,
and pay.
get Seth
Like,
Rollins shirt.
And they
Like
give
Sunday
you
night.
like they give you like exclusive shirts too.
yeah,
Yeah.
like Sunday night you get a T-shirt at full price and you get another one for $1.
I actually have a cool. I got a pro wrestling T-shirt in the mail, and then I picked the custom or hidden like the random shirt package for another $7.
Okay, yeah.
So I got a random shirt with it. So I'll display that.
nice.
I'll display that tomorrow.
Oh, did you get it?
Yeah.
Are you happy with it?
I'm very happy.
Oh, nice. Because you don't know what you could get something off the wall.
It was. I know. All right. So I know the wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
He's deceased.
Okay.
I believe he's a Hall of Famer. And
That's few and far between.
he was a staple. We'll say he was a staple.
King on Wendy? Is it just past them?
I wish it was
Let's
King
not get
Kong
into it.
Bundy.
Let's get into
Yeah,
it tomorrow.
We'll do it tomorrow.
Just have a big hand on the T-shirt.
yeah.
That's the Jack Swagger one. Remember that
Right.
one?
So
Oh, God.
we got a lot of cool stuff to talk about tonight. I lost my complete page I had.
Oh my
today.
God.
I'm sorry.
So
Today is a
are we
crazy-
talking news?
So how was
Yeah.
Shazam? Start with that. Oh wait,
Well,
wait.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, never mind.
So Lucifer is coming back to Netflix. Finally, they announced the date.
Season 3, right?
Season 4 comes back May 8th. Sabrina is out
I watched
now,
2 episodes.
and apparently in August they've already announced the season 3 is coming.
Actually, before we do news, let's talk local real fast. Let's
Okay.
talk local.
We'll
So
get back to that then. We'll get back to
Saturday
Sabrina.
we went to a show. Another Day Dawns.
2 shows.
2 shows. Oh, you went to Bad
I
Maggie.
did.
I was at a show too.
I know
Another,
you were.
Another Day Dawns. Followed by
Mahantongo.
Oh, make
Look
sure-
Alive, then Montango.
Remind me
then-
after.
Then
to-
Churches Are
about-
Trains.
To tell you
What?
something about
That's the reverse order of everything.
Well, I'm saying I went from headliner backwards.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, remind me after the show to tell me about the show. About Andy. I'd rather talk about it off there.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
We'll talk about it.
I had a good time.
This is at Goodfellas, right?
Yeah, I had a good time. The sound, I wish there was adjustments on the sounds before the main act went up. Because once the main act went up, everything sounded beautifully, and then every other band before that had a hard time hearing.
To be fair, you still couldn't really hear Cody.
Because you were right up front. I took a couple steps back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the sound guy needs to balance.
Yeah.
And,
It's-
vocals.
You could hear all the music
Oh,
and
okay.
stuff.
Yeah.
It was just the vocals that
that's-
it
So a
kinda
couple
like-
small gripes. Nothing really major.
I mean, I do have something major.
I know you have something major. We talked about it. But
Yeah, the building's
But I
a
don't
shithole.
want to. No.
no,
I mean,
the building's still nice. The building's still
The
in good
building's-
shape.
It
I
needs
love
work.
the artwork. On
Yeah,
it.
that's awesome.
That's-
That is
Goodfellas
awesome.
Goodfellas is Goodfellas. But it's one thing to complain about it, and it's another thing to do something about it.
Yeah.
And we're doing something about it.
Yeah, so at least it's
You know what I mean? So, it is. We have a team going there to help fix what's wrong, and we're going to sit down and talk about it and figure out how we can make it better.
Start in the bathroom and work your way out.
I enjoyed the main act. There were some things about the main act I didn't enjoy.
We talked about that.
The stage presence,
I
or
agree.
maybe
Stage presence, they were fine.
okay, then maybe
Stage
that's
presence,
what
they
I'll
were
talk
fine.
It's
about
just
after
the
the show.
stuff they didn't do as a major act.
Oh,
So I was.
They'll stand there like Slayer. Slayer's
No.
awesome, but they stand there.
They did say the lead singer did move.
Okay.
Everybody else was. They moved, but not like as much as you maybe want.
Yeah.
The guitarist they're very talented.
Yeah.
Super talented. And when I give my review, obviously I can't play an instrument. I've never been a frontman of a band, so who the fuck am I?
Yeah.
But I'm just giving my honest opinion. It kind of bummed me out that because normally when a band comes and plays, they say, okay, listen, the high set, like especially Goodfellas, the high set for the drums. Either we share drums for the night, or we won't set our drums up yet, so you could put your drums up. Like I'm sure. Well, Montongo and Look Alive were the same band,
Yeah.
so they wouldn't have had
A
to.
lot of times the shows make it easier. You have to
Yeah.
try it, unless someone's like left-handed or something like
Yes,
that.
so they only would have had to set up drums one other time besides the main act.
I'm aware of this.
And they put the drums on the floor, so all the local guys had
They had to go in front.
Yeah.
the drums were almost like it was drums, monitor, one guitarist over here, bass player, singer over here.
Oh,
So the
like-
drums are almost front center stage.
Yes,
Really?
and the band couldn't walk the stage
Oh, that sucks.
and have a good time.
Yeah, because
they were limited. Like they were little.
Yeah.
Like bass player was like look
Which is okay if you're opening
Alive's
for,
bass player. Look Alive's bass
Megadeth.
player and his bass player is the same for Look Alive and Montongo.
okay.
So it's the same kid,
Yeah.
and he's super energetic. He's jumping,
And he has
and he
limit.
almost knocked his frontman out 4 times
Oh, man.
because he's a psycho, and I loved it. Like he reminded me of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World when he's like rocking, and he's like
Yeah.
like he looked like one of my favorite bass players in the area now. He's just so cool.
No, sometimes you'll catch a break. Some bands will say you can just bring your own
Yeah.
snare, and then
Yeah.
we'll
Now
set up
I
a
don't know
cabinet, you
I
bring
don't
your
know
heads.
the behinds of what happened or how it went down, but it bummed me out because I was like,
I did.
you should work with the local guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
They're local. They're all local.
Well,
one
they're
guy's
from
local.
Scranton.
No, they're all local.
Well,
Where's
it's
the other,
Pennsylvania.
where's
yeah.
the other ones from?
Scranton?
Scranton.
Yeah, that's where from. What's her name? The main event.
None of them are from like great distances.
Oh well. Anyway,
Yeah.
They're-
but
I grew up down the street from Cody,
yes.
so
Well, don't say Cody.
Dakota. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Cody
Sorry.
Rhodes.
No, he's a stage name.
Oh, my
Dakota.
God.
No, you just ruined him. Now he has to
Sorry.
go change it.
Sorry,
again.
Cody.
Spots
He has to
Cafe.
change it again.
Sorry.
God damn it.
We play tackle football down the street.
I would
Sorry.
have liked.
You play tackle football?
When he was a kid.
Oh yeah, no. All right. So
Wait,
side note.
wait,
So
wait,
when I
were
played
you the
tackle
football?
football, no, I was not. But when I played tackle football with these kids, I would let them get ahead of me, and I would chase them down, right? And obviously, because they're bigger than me, I'm a short piece of shit that can't tackle somebody. So what I ended up doing was I would jump up, grab one of their shoulders, and slam my knees into their back and take them down. It worked
like a
every
lung
time.
So what you're saying is you're like Ace Ventura chasing down the Dolphins player with the
Yeah.
chloroform trying to get him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Hey,
So-
whatever you gotta do.
And the other thing that kind of not upset me, but I was just like disappointed maybe a little bit is the entire time that all the local guys were out doing their thing, all the Pottsville bands in the area were out
Watching. Yeah.
supporting each other,
Yeah.
hanging out with each other, and then the main guys were kind of hanging out
In the back.
in the back.
Yeah, I know about it.
Didn't come out to their merge table.
I know all about it.
Didn't even
Eddie-
go up to the VIP.
Eddie
Not the
Reyes-
lunch table.
Not during the shows.
Why
at
would
the
you?
very end.
Why would you do it during?
Eddie Reyes, who toured the world with Taking Back Sunday, ran his merch table or worked his merch table with somebody, or came out and talked to people before and hung out with the other bands before they
That's
played their
cool.
Faith in Exile show.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like,
And what's
He
this?
just he
Anderson.
looks at it as a sense that he actually has some respect.
there's
for the local guys
there was less people there than you would have liked. That would have been a good opportunity as a band to me to socialize, network, and talk to people
Mhm.
instead of hanging out in the back room the whole time.
Well, not
That was just my only
not when
gripe.
you figure somebody. So.
That was my only gripe. That was my only gripe.
So,
Talent wise, super talented. Dakota has a great look.
mhm.
Bass player has a great look, even though she reminded me of.
Oh my gosh! Please do not go down this road. Let's go.
She looked like Scarlet.
Stop.
No, come on, man.
Scarlet from Mortal Kombat?
No.
No, Scarlet Bordeaux.
No,
No.
Oh.
Scarlet Storm
Scarlet Storm
from
Sounds
the
like a
Freak
porno.
Show.
The Freak
The
Show
clown. Yeah,
girl.
yeah.
Oh,
That
Jesus.
Michael Band
They
did
had the same
photos of.
color. They had the same color hair and facial structure.
Oh, okay.
They look very similar.
Well,
Which is not a bad thing.
She had a
for her either.
Paramore thing.
I know
going on.
there's a
Oh,
That's
lot
where
of
that's the direction I'm going to look.
there's a
at.
lot of gripes that go on about that place, and realistically, it's the only real major venue we have. And the thing I say about
It's
it
the
is, if you
only
don't like it, you don't
venue
have
in
to go.
general.
Yeah.
And I've seen major national acts come in and out of there. Brett Michaels sits up in the VIP room when he's there and watches everybody that opens for him.
Mhm.
Saving Abel did their VIP meet and greet in their tour bus, and then went upstairs in their VIP area and watched everybody else play before them.
Mhm.
There's bands that do respect the dudes that go on before them,
Yeah.
and certain bands just don't deserve it.
I just felt like it would have been a nice gesture to come out and watch the people that came out. That's just my thing. Like I've seen I've been at shows. I've seen like even like listen, if you're Steel Panther, if you're Metallica, if you're someone who's
If you're a major
Yes.
signed artist.
exactly, especially if you're like you're saying you're local and you're from Pennsylvania, come out and support those guys. You know what I mean? Because they could be the next thing too. Like I just felt like it was perceived as they were more than what they were, and it wasn't just me. There was a lot of people.
No, it's not just you.
It wasn't just me. There was a lot of people to show that it rubbed it
And
on.
if you actually look at the names that have played there, I mean, Breaking
Misfits.
Benjamin played there before they. Or no, I'm sorry, it was right after they signed their first
Yeah.
record deal.
Jared.
Hailstorm played there before they got big.
But like I said, very talented. They had good originals. I enjoyed the music. That was my only complaint. And iRock Radio, very, very nice dudes. They hosted the whole thing.
What's iRock Radio? I don't know.
They're a radio on. You can look for them on Tuned In, or I believe they have a website, Facebook page, the whole nine. But they just play like rock bands, and if you're a local rock band, they'll put your stuff
Oh,
on the
that's
radio
cool.
too. So
Yeah.
it's a really cool thing.
Yeah.
They sponsored it. It was a fun time. I had a really good time.
Actually, now that I think about it, I think Rob Allison actually posted
Rock
2
fan?
weeks ago that they did like a countdown, like a top 20 or something, and they ended up playing Malachi.
Oh,
And that
really?
song's 8
Wow.
years old, and it came out at like number 8 on the list.
Yeah. That's and then how was Bad Maggie?
Where was that?
Bad Maggie was out at Pine Street in Tamaqua, and I went there after I went to the races that night. And I show up, and they saw me, and they're like, "Oh my God, somebody shows up that we knew." And it was a good time. I mean, there was a little too much drinking going on, but of course, it's a rock show. You know that's going to happen.
Well, they're kind of like a fun
Yeah.
party band. right?
Yeah, they're great dudes. It was a good time, and
How about the Rage Against the Machine solo he posted? Whew.
they played it twice.
Did they?
They played it
That's so
apparently in the
nice.
beginning, and then I guess they couldn't decide what they wanted to play towards the end of the night to
What-
close the show, so they played it again.
Which song was it?
Killing in the name of.
Oh, okay.
Killed him, and he killed the solo. Tyler killed the solo. Hey Alexis, and I see you in the chat. I do apologize.
I mean,
for your-
you were back in high school. You were quite the musician.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't. I'm trying to think of that solo.
You're like a jack of all trades.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah,
I still have my bass, my guitar, and everything.
Nice.
I mean, he's
And,
the only guy I've ever
I-
known
I
that's
feel
sang a
that
metal
my-
song dressed as Lady Gaga.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it happened. I feel that my singing is better than my guitar and bass playing. I'll say that.
And Andy's stage presence.
Yes,
definitely-
nobody
It
beats me
definitely
there.
mimics his wrestling
Yeah.
personality.
What?
He will run back and forth across stage.
Yeah, I,
about 3 or 4
broke a
times in
guitar
between.
at Croc Rock one time because I had it on the wall. I jumped off it. It was like, I was like, oh shit! And I gave it to Jim Duran. It's like, oh look at the neck, it broke. It got fixed, but still,
That's
it,
the thing.
it was never the same.
So that show, I do want to give one more thing about that show. Look Alive, phenomenal. I like them a lot. But Montongo,
Does Look Alive have originals or?
yes.
Okay.
Montongo.
kind of crow body.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can tell they're influenced by Crowbar.
Oh,
They have
nice.
a similar classic rock,
Are they on Spotify?
funk
or-
style. Yeah,
Oh,
I thought
Very
he looked
dirty
like
groove
Steven
music
Tyler.
is
I
they
kind of
like.
like
I thought he
that.
was doing the Steven Tyler thing.
Clutch.
He had that
he has
bandana
like
hanging down.
the flamboyant lead singer type thing.
Oh, I just call that the Scott Weiland. Right?
Yeah. But the Montongo definitely caught my attention. So I watched them. I call Randy, who's part of Faith in Exile. He said he calls it Randolph, who's part of Faith in Exile. Sorry, Faith in Exile.
You just
Not Faith in Exile.
I was gonna say you said that twice.
I was gonna say,
It's got a driver.
I was gonna say, who's
Exile.
Randy? Who's Randy?
It's been a,
And
Yeah, let's say who's
Is
Randy?
that a new guy?
it's been a,
Keyboard?
it's been a long day.
It's
He calls it sad boy music, like the pop punk emo type
Okay.
stuff. I like that type
So
of
that's what I was gonna ask. What they sound like?
Yeah.
So they're I call it sad boy music. Like it's like that was like the pop
Oh,
punk
jeez.
pop
I mean,
punk,
early 2000s, the
early
mid
2000s,
mid
yes.
2007, like when you had all that great music coming out. Even Taking Back Sunday fell in there for a little bit.
Yeah, and that's what Montongo was kind of.
More emo-y, more like
It's like punk emo. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I hope that's not offending
Pop
them,
punk,
but
kind of like Green Day.
Oh, ooh, not
Yeah.
my cup of tea.
not Andy's. I love.
Well,
that
not
type of
quite
music.
Green Day.
Are they
but-
named after the street or the
I
the
believe
Indian
so,
or
yeah.
the area? I would
I
assume.
believe so, yeah.
I mean, everybody has their music
That's
taste.
right,
Everybody
yeah.
has
If
their
you're
genre.
into that genre, look them up on whatever platform you have to listen to music. It's awesome. I've listened to the album probably 3 times already. I really enjoy it.
I mean, I'll listen to anything. I'll give anything a try once. And
Yeah.
I've pretty much narrowed that down to a few things I won't listen to. I won't listen to gangster rap to the point where you cannot understand a word he's saying.
mumble rap.
Yeah,
Oh
mumble
god,
rap.
well, that's
rap.
terrible. That's awful.
My grandmother I love her to death. But
She's a musician.
I will never listen
She's
to
heavy
polka.
metal,
She
like-
she would wake me up on Sunday mornings, turning
Oh,
on
God.
105.5 and just blaring the polkas.
The morning polka hour.
Yeah.
I feel embarrassed when I hear polka music. I'm like,
I feel bad for them performing
And
again.
techno. I cannot get into techno to save my life.
Yeah.
the only time techno's cool is the Mortal Kombat thing.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do.
Even now they call it EDM.
EDM. Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's like different branches, kind
Yeah.
of different metal. And
But,
that's not.
I mean, I'm not
That's
picky.
not
I'll
my
listen to
bag.
anything. I have no gripes except when it comes to
a
that.
major in New York. It was like the show started at like 11. We got out at like 4:35.
Oh, there is another.
It was-
I don't know all the bands in the area
Wow.
this weekend, so definitely stay tuned to this page and interviews with Everyday People for more. But I do know there's a show again this Friday at Goodfellas. It's like a tiki party. Apollo 88 is the headliner.
Mhm.
I know my buddy DJ Mo will be the DJ to start the night.
that was Finn Balor's tag team in New Japan.
What?
I think it was, Apollo 55. It was Finn Balor when he was
Yeah.
Prince Devitt and Risuke Taguchi.
I'm bummed I don't know the rest of the bands right now, but we'll get to it. But you had news, so you said show's coming
Netflix
back.
shows.
Yeah, you said something about Netflix. Lucifer season 3.
Yes.
Season 4.
Oh, season 4.
So
Sorry,
you
I
were
said
bummed the way
season
that ended. Now you're getting it back.
Yeah, it's they bought it.
I thought Lucifer was canceled after the last season.
It was.
It was
but
canceled
Netflix
on
then turned
CW
around
and
and,
then-
bought it.
3. Which is
So
cool. I like that.
now season 4 is going to be on Netflix. And it's going to be Netflix original.
And is that it after that?
I have no idea.
It depends on how it does, probably.
Yeah, but I'm just happy to see that it's back because the way that they ended season 3, it shouldn't have
So-
been ended. At
So
that
here's
point.
a thing you can be excited for, because I know this is something maybe Andy and Ben can elaborate more on. Now that Lucifer is coming back, there's rumors of a Constantine coming back.
The show?
Yes.
See,
I never got to watch the
I
actual
watched
show.
like the first episode.
I want to buy it.
and it was not that
Really?
great.
If
in my opinion.
Constantine's comes back and they're willing to do that universe again, and now that Shazam happened, you can do Justice League Dark.
I don't know if they would jump in. Maybe after a while.
they're not going to
Depends,
cross
yeah.
over that much.
And
Yeah.
even especially with
It's a very
there's
popular comic.
Supposedly, Swamp Thing is getting its own television.
Well, that's on DC.
Oh, DC
yeah,
Network.
Yeah.
I don't think the Constantine TV show.
But the
really got
DC
a fair
network
shake
is
That's what
also
I'm saying,
playing ball
like,
with
it-
Netflix.
It's
Oh, so maybe, yeah.
So,
you never know.
So Teen Titans was exclusive to the DC network
Yeah.
for a couple weeks, and then
And
it
then-
comes to
Oh,
Netflix.
fantastic!
'Cause I
You
think
have to watch
it's on-
Harley Quinn on Netflix. Then
I actually
There you
think
go.
the
Yeah.
Teen Titan show's on Voodoo that you could buy
I
it.
think it is.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think I was.
I mean, it'll
going
be
to buy it.
awesome to see like if you could take the Constantine show and do like a crossover with Lucifer.
But I always
Yeah,
like the
I mean, that'd be
Constantine appearances on Arrow. I thought they were the best episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of jumping ahead, unless there's more there.
Sabrina,
but,
remember Sabrina?
Sabrina is back.
It came
Netflix.
out, but it's also been renewed for season 3 already.
Yeah,
and
which
it comes out this fall.
and it's weird because this is considered season 2. It's part 2, but there's only like 9 or 10 episodes, and then season 3 will be part 3. So I don't know if they're gonna do like unless they're doing part 1 and 2 of season 1.
I heard it was a different order now. That it was part 1 was season 1, but part 2 was their Christmas episode.
Oh, okay.
And part 3 is this season, and then part 4 is.
I don't know. The Christmas episode
the fall
fantastic. So
stuff.
I've watched. We'll get into. I
So-
watched 2 episodes of the new season,
Okay.
which is 9 episodes.
So instead of
they're
season,
through
they're
that,
just
aren't
doing
they? They're
installments.
really like,
Yeah, like,
throwing
they're
that in the
really-
pipeline.
I think they're trying to catch up to Riverdale so they can do more crossover.
Sabrina?
I mean,
obvious.
they don't need.
They
to.
haven't really said what time it's in yet. It kind of
Yeah.
like I,
I
said
mean,
before.
they mentioned Riverdale and stuff, but I feel like
Yeah, they didn't mention Archie or anything.
right.
The newest episodes, there's the Archie comic that the guy picks up. I'm like,
Really?
It's Afterlife with Archie. I'm like,
I feel like they don't need to catch
I'd
up
like to
though,
see that.
only
Yeah.
because CW. I know it's a different company, but they do so well. Like Supergirl was in season 1, and they were doing crossovers with Flash and Arrow,
yeah.
and those episodes are amazing.
Yeah.
They're basically a 3 episode between, like one episode goes to Flash, one episode goes to Arrow,
Yeah,
and then
the
one
crossovers are the
Supergirl.
best episodes.
But it's like a 3-hour event, so it's basically watching a movie between all these characters.
And the cool
Yeah.
thing is that it's done very, very similar to the comic books, where there's a main story going on, but if you go back and read the
yeah, there's
trade,
the side
if you
character.
read the trade or the lead up episode, the comic of Flash and the read up of Batman.
Yeah, they have their own
yeah.
thing
Little
going on.
subplot.
So you're actually watching the sub show to watch the main show, which is
Yeah.
very comic booky, which is kind of cool. We're actually going this Saturday to see Pet Cemetery. If anyone's interested,
What are we doing for that?
Where are you
What I would
Yeah,
like
where
to
are
do?
we going?
Don't say that if that's what you're thinking. 'cause
You know what I want.
Hazleton.
What you
Oh,
really,
I-
really
No,
want?
Bloomsburg.
no.
Bloomsburg, I haven't been there in years.
I would
but it was
like
nice.
to go to Bloomsburg to watch it, and that's all. I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay.
He already knows.
Hey, if you can go to the Fox Theater in White Mission, that's really nice.
yeah, we want to go to the Bloomsburg one.
Okay.
So
we may have someone.
So
to
you
watch
don't
it
want to go
with.
to music and like relax
Well-
on the couches?
I was gonna say, then if we're doing that Saturday, I'm probably gonna go rewatch Shazam on Friday at the drive-in.
Okay.
'Cause
So
Becky's drive-in opens this weekend.
so if you want to send up,
Higgins, that out there? Or
No,
where-
Becky's
where's
drive-in. It's
What time
down
does it
like
start?
towards like Allentown-ish direction.
I don't know. I didn't know.
I
But
never heard of
they're doing Shazam with Captain Marvel,
Wow.
and then the
Ooh.
second showing is Pet Cemetery, and the second part on that screen is Us.
Hmm.
So I think I might go see Captain Marvel,
I
but
couldn't
also
believe-
see Shazam.
Yeah. Oh, that's
I
cool.
couldn't believe when
Put
Us
it
came
in.
out,
So
it
I
got
wanna get
100%
some-
Rotten
oh my god,
Tomatoes.
Friday
Movie
just
film.
opened wide up. What time does it start?
I don't know.
Because I
What
get,
time?
I get
Actually, I can look it up.
I get to work
But
at 6.
honestly, it's like an all-day event. So even if you guys
Captain
came
Marvel's like 2.5.
later,
Shazam's probably an hour.
well,
and a half.
like people show up. Like you would expect to show up like 10, 15 minutes
Mhm.
before like a normal movie.
Mhm.
No, you're screwed if you show up. That
one of
late.
these Saturdays we're gonna do a drive. I love going there. It's so
I
much
haven't
fun.
been to
and you
one
can bring
in
beer.
years
They
and
don't
years.
care.
Sitting
as
in the
long
way
as-
back ain't too bad either because you don't really have to contest with people.
Yeah, Friday I'm going to Culture, and then I'm gonna go to Goodfellas after that.
Friday's opening night for Big Diamond for me. So
Oh wow, yeah.
I'd like to do that again.
My
too. I
friend
haven't
lives
gone
right,
there in a while.
right there, right down from it.
But yeah, so we're gonna go see Pet Cemetery Saturday. So if anyone wants to come, you're more than welcome. We're hopefully going to Bloomsburg.
So it looks like on screen 1, Shazam starts at 8 and 8:05 on screen 2 for Pet Cemetery.
now, do you have to tune in your radio, or do they
Wow.
actually have the old school
So-
boxes?
You can rent radios from them, but they also have stations hooked
Which
up.
yeah, this thing was probably good enough
But
right
it's
there.
$10.
That ain't bad.
Now, is that per person?
Now you
per
ain't
person.
you ain't leaving
Per
till
person.
1 in the morning.
But-
You know?
I mean, That's why I like
that's
going-
the problem.
Yeah.
At work the next day.
but that's why I like going to Becky's though, because it's like I could go see a movie that I do not care about at all.
Yeah.
Pay $10 for the movie I care about.
Yeah, and then say,
sit through the other
yeah,
one and be
maybe,
like,
yeah.
yeah, sure.
And if you don't like it, you can leave.
And then you're like, wow, that was
Maybe
actually
you get a
cool. I'm
different
glad I did
perspective
that.
on that.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like
I seen how many? What's the record for all of us here of a movie you've seen more than once while it was in theaters? Ooh,
Well, I think I've seen Star Wars twice. I've only seen movies twice in theaters.
yeah,
That's it.
I was gonna say
I
I've only hit a second showing mark, but I probably wish Shazam would hit.
I've
more
seen
than that.
the
If you want to pull up a chair, you can.
Avengers. I've seen twice.
Nice spike.
You were
I thought
you were
you
being
had
you were
hair
being
like
video
Are we
that.
talking the same movie or most
You were.
consecutive
We watched
movies?
it.
No, like the same.
You were
movie.
live on
like if you
Facebook.
went to see
Why?
No.
Die Hard
All
3
right, don't believe
two
it.
times in the theater.
Dark Knight Rises I saw 3 times.
Wow, really?
Oh,
It came
wow.
out over my birthday,
Jesus.
and I saw it for free.
Oh,
And then
wow.
I saw it with friends the next
Yeah.
day, and I saw it with a different group of friends the day.
Oh,
after.
okay.
I think I might have watched Civil War, or not Civil War, Age of Ultron 3 times, but I don't.
jeez.
I think it was only 2. I definitely know I've seen it
I
twice.
hope you
See,
didn't see it 3
what was
times.
what was the deal with the movie theater? $5 on a Tuesday.
The newest,
Yeah,
the
something
newest
like
Mad Max I seen 4 times.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
That movie was good.
I loved it.
I liked it. You play the video game?
No, yeah, I love the
The
video.
video game ain't bad.
Not to mention the tribute
Wow,
to it
you
on
like a
Sunday.
movie
This
video
past
game.
Sunday.
Oh yeah,
It was
It was Triple H's thing.
But it wasn't
I was a
the
little
movie.
upset with how he.
You
But
were,
still,
it was more or less. It was the old school Mad Max.
Okay, but it's
What-
still like a promotion piece
Yeah.
for the movie.
Still
Yeah.
though, same director and same style overall. But
Yeah, but anyway, Saturday. Sorry,
I didn't even get
real
to
quick.
mine.
I want to get to this
Hell.
one story thing. The one story thing.
Hell.
So
Hawkeye?
Saturday, Pet Cemetery. The reason I'm bringing Pet Cemetery up is during the premiere of the movie. Church, the cat, was there on the red carpet
Oh wow!
with a tie on.
Oh, how about that? That's
Yeah,
pretty
so
cool.
That's on the page. This is not confirmed, but I hope to God it is. Idris.
Elba.
Yeah, apparently it's not. Apparently
I
it's.
hope
And
to
he
God
said
it
he
was.
doesn't want to do it.
He
What
would
is
be
it?
an amazing
Yeah.
James Bond. That they want him to be James Bond.
There's another rumor of Chris Hemsworth
Yeah, he ain't.
doing it. I heard
See,
that he wants to do it.
I forget.
I
I forget.
like
Andy
it.
told me
I
there's a
can't
guy in the
see
front
Thor being
running.
James Bond.
Yeah.
No.
There's actually a British guy in the front running that they're probably gonna go with now. I forget his name. Andy. Told
Most
me.
of them end up being British anyway.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Really cool video we shared on the page, and the actual band liked the post that we shared.
Oh, what was this?
They're called the Mad Gear, and they do a.
Mad Gear Gang. Ben knows who that is. Final Fight.
Well, they actually did the.
I missed this,
The
totally.
Battletoads.
Oh my god.
So I shared it,
Yeah.
and they liked it.
Wow.
Nice.
Awesome.
I'll have to. I know. On Spotify. There's a lot of video game metal bands.
Yeah.
Like the NES
So,
Eskimos.
so
and
thank you,
Power Glove.
Mad Gear, for
Yeah.
for liking our shared.
Yeah,
post.
hell yeah.
And-
I totally missed that.
yeah, and it's awesome. So I'm pretty excited about that.
So the Mad Gear Gang is from Final Fight, and that's one of the bad guys that took your girlfriend. So
Really
yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna fight
And you're Mike Hagar, the mayor and
Yeah,
pro
pro
wrestler.
wrestler. Yeah.
nice.
And what's the
This
dude's name?
actually
Alex?
crosses
Or
over
the
into
guy?
things
Cody?
that weren't cool in high school, but
It's Alex
did
Cody.
you
and,
guys
Oh, that's
see
right, yeah.
the
Cross the prisoner.
AEW announcement today?
I did not.
No, the video
Kenny
game.
Omega, Kenny Omega
I
released
don't know if that's
that little.
official.
Well, no, they released a little vignette. It's called Fighter Fest,
Oh, yeah,
and it's
okay.
going to be a big fighting game, I guess.
Con? Yeah.
Tournament
tournament
at the end of
probably.
June, and there's going to be wrestling there, and you can log on to Fighter Fest, FYTER, fighterfest.com, and you can get more details.
Yeah.
But
There's,
AEW is clearly behind this, and this was what Kenny spent all their promotional money
well, what's
on.
that CEO gaming thing that was in Florida that
Yeah.
they were part of last year when they weren't AEW?
I-
You saw them. That's
the
happening again.
rumors are they want to make a THQ
Yeah, the
style
Young Bucks one,
wrestling
yeah.
game, like the old school.
If you have Kenny behind it, then yeah, it'll be
See,
great.
I heard those initials and just heard HQ, and I
Oh.
got excited. I was like,
Um,
but that's not what we're talking about.
No.
Other news: Tim Burton has officially said that Beetlejuice has been scrapped.
Oh,
I never thought it was gonna
I
happen.
didn't
What do you
think
got,
either,
Ben?
but-
It's
You're
30 years
itching
later.
here.
Hey,
Are you going
I
back
was
to
gonna
Mad Max?
No, I was gonna say about the movies that I got to see more than once.
Oh,
It's
I'm
for
sorry,
sure.
I'm
You
sorry.
goof.
All right, go ahead.
Guardians of the Galaxy like 4 times.
Wow.
I saw it
in the
begin-
theater.
Yeah, I saw it in the beginning
Yeah.
I
for
still
like
haven't
opening
seen it.
day. Then I did 2 more weeks, and then I did another 2 weeks. Every time with the mom, cried right on the spot every
Really?
time. Yeah,
Wow.
when I'm like, wow, like I can't shake that. I can't shake that. That's always one of those moments
Yeah,
that
I
happen
didn't
to me.
say-
I just
In the theater.
enjoy it. Just like kind of like throw every.
Huge time.
No, I didn't.
Just the jerk off. No, I'm sorry. Anyway,
I
we,
do not.
Or it's not.
we made I made a group page for all 4 shows to kind of come together and we could push some stuff on there first, so that you get like a first dip at stuff. Made it in one day, and we're up to like 160 some members already.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool. So definitely go check that out. It's called IWEP Family, and I'm kind of throwing out that
Sounds like a wrestling league.
I know. So I'm kind of
We're
throwing
gonna have a
out.
belt.
I'm kind
International
of
Wrestling.
I'm kind of throwing out the term IWEP for a little bit because I think it's a cool
That sounds like a ripoff of another major company.
I don't know.
IWEP. So check that out. Our buddies over at the band Flatline, they made their own page.
Well, I
so
like
go
that name.
check them out. PlayStation announced today that you can change your name now.
Yeah, so if your name is XXX 420, you can finally get rid of it.
So congratulations to PlayStation users for having a feature that we've had since our last system.
Now is that one free change, or do you got to
No,
pay for it?
I think it costs like $10.99
Yep.
or $9.99.
You gotta pay for
Holy
it.
cow.
Because what Xbox gave you one free change,
Yeah, one
and
free.
then after that it was like $5 to change your name.
I think
every
that's
time
fair because why
Yeah.
you change your name? Unless you first, you put porn lover in it or something.
Yeah.
Change that.
Um,
Maybe you're
I
12.
mean, I can't
If
really.
your name gets flagged, you get a free change.
Oh, okay.
So that was another loophole on Xbox. You're like, yo, report my name. I want to get a new one.
That's funny.
Game Pass got some cool games coming to it soon.
They're old. aren't they?
Monster Hunter is going to
Oh,
be
I've
free
never
on Game
played any of
Pass.
them. One of
they're
Nice.
fun.
One of
They're fun.
Oscar's favorite games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Prey
that's-
will be on Game Pass.
Oh, the original one with the Indian dude,
No,
the
the,
first-person shooter.
the new one that's
Oh,
done by
no,
Bethesda.
forget that. They need to give the old one.
Yeah.
That was an awesome
Is there a
game.
picture?
It's the one where you can shapeshift into different items, and so do the aliens.
Oh, I think that is a kind of a
Yeah.
sequel. There was a
Yeah.
Prey 2, but yeah, I never
Life
played
is
that one.
Strange.
Did you play the
2.
original one?
Yeah, I have it. Yeah,
Yeah, I
beat
did too.
Yeah,
I got
I
it for
liked
like $5 at GameStop. It was like one of those ones where they're like, "Here, just take this."
Yeah.
It's like,
You
It
want
ain't
to know?
bad.
yeah, I liked it.
He goes to eat snacks off camera.
When you do the spirit walk thing.
Yeah,
that's
like when
awesome.
you
Shoot
die
an arrow?
and stuff. Yeah, that was awesome.
Uh-oh.
You're not going to get away from getting on camera. Just join us.
Just an elbow though.
Be one of us.
Yeah, just one elbow, please, Heidi.
Resident Evil 5, The Walking Dead
I know.
trilogy,
Wait,
and a
we
golf
saw a
game.
nose.
There she
Oh,
is.
no.
There she is.
There she is.
I like 5.
If you were a fan of up at the movie theater, they used to do Rocky Horror Picture Nights.
Mhm.
It's coming to Pottsville to the Majestic
Now,
Theater.
is it a live play or
I
is it?
don't know if it's live. I think
Probably
people
just
dress
a
up,
movie.
Okay, and then
So
they
they
play
just
the
When they
movie.
did that, I was out at the drive-thru. They
and
did
then
the
they
drive-thru.
give you the bag. It's not the same.
It's a
as
drive-through. You get fries.
No, you get a bag full of the stuff that you're supposed to throw.
Toilet
Oh,
paper
okay.
and stuff. They give you a little note card usually to be like, "This has been."
Do they have
Yeah.
a big screen in there? I've never been in there.
I've never been in there either.
I
Couldn't
can't.
tell you.
I've only been in there maybe once.
Is there a
I
big
never
screen?
really saw like a screen. but
I don't know.
The Lion King trailer came out today, the second one.
Looks badass.
It does look really good. And then the last bit of news is we just aired our interview. We just shot our interview with Frankie Klein on Tuesday.
Oh, you got a hold of him.
Yeah, we found out his phone broke.
Oh, well, there you go.
So we're working on the editing of that now, and that'll be out Friday.
Okay.
Actually, I do have one last thing. Search John's Music on Facebook, and Mike Danger just did a really cool video of a little kid who's been practicing, and he does a drum cover of zombies.
I watched that before he came up here. That little dude was badass.
Yeah, it's a badass little dude. He looks like he's like
5 or 6.
Really?
8, probably like
He sticks with it.
7 years old, 10
Yeah.
years old.
He killed
and,
it.
and he's drumming the cover of Zombie,
He did zombie.
But you're like,
Bad Wolf.
zombie.
Yeah.
Oh,
the Bad Wolf cover.
well, I don't know.
It's really, really good. But
I thought the same one.
Bad
Yeah.
Wolf. It's
I'm
just-
thinking cranberries.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Well,
the
yeah.
same song.
Yeah,
They just
but it-
changed
Bad
a few
Wolf
lyrics
covered
and
Oh,
it's a
okay.
little more rockier.
Okay, well, good.
But yeah, this little kid covers it. Mike Danger, we interviewed. He shot. Oh, it looks awesome. The kid looks like.
No, I know. I
the
asked
kid
him for
literally-
that. That's his working name, right?
Yeah, yeah. But Danger.
that is an alias.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that
it's
is
his
alias.
working
And his real name is.
You don't have to say his real
Not
name.
say, I was told never to say his real name.
Mike
Is it like
Shablansky.
Beetlejuice? Is it like Beetlejuice say it 3 times and he shows up?
Well, if that's the case, I would say it all the time. I like that guy. But yeah, that's all we got for news wise. And then we'll get into what we're playing, what we're into.
Well, did you see that they're going to make a Hawkeye TV series?
Yeah,
I was
Hawkeye.
like, I don't know
It's
about
gonna be
that.
Arrow.
But yeah, we've already seen Arrow. Like,
I
how
know.
different can
And
it
then
be?
Nikolai brought a gift today. You can see it in the background.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's been
Bootios.
sitting in my closet for like
Christmas
That is
years.
Bootios.
Christmas Bootios.
Wow.
And I was like,
you can
I
get
don't want this
Bootios.
shit.
I want. So anyway, if anyone's out somewhere and they see the Bootios,
It's
Grab
at
it.
FYE.
grab
I'm
it,
telling you,
grab it.
FYE
I'll give you the
is
money
They're
for it.
Lucky Charms, yeah.
Yeah,
remember
I
it
won't
came
eat
out.
it. I just want a box.
Is there a shirt in there?
That one doesn't have the
Oh,
shot.
That
I was gonna
one-
open it.
Has a picture in the back that you cut out. It's like a reindeer mask.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I didn't know that.
But while we were on this quick, I know we were talking about it off camera. Does anybody else feel disappointed that Pet Sematary did so poorly in theaters?
No,
You think is it bad?
I
It
think
only did 34 million domestically.
I think it's one of
But the
those
horror
movies where
usually
people.
don't do that great.
So wait,
Yeah.
who did number one?
Shazam 2 weeks in a row.
Shazam.
Well,
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's because Nikolai's seen it 14 times.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
thank you.
Shazam
Support
beat
that.
out. It baffles
It
me
came in
because
second, though, didn't it?
it
Or
had
no,
almost
was last
180
week.
million globally in the first weekend, and
that had more.
you'd think with Stephen King it would be similar.
Yeah.
People would want to see it.
They had more
Horror movies
promotion
never
behind
get
it.
that.
I thought.
It had a lot of good promotion, and
Honestly-
Pennywise is just an iconic character.
I think because I've heard people talk about this. They were pissed off because they were running around in the trailer with those stupid masks on.
Yeah.
And it like turned people off.
All right.
Here's the thing:
Yeah.
it turned people off because people wanted what the movie was before. I heard that besides the now this isn't a spoiler. You've seen it in the trailer. Gage doesn't die. They changed the death of the kid to the daughter.
Oh, see, I know nothing about it.
So they flipped the whole script.
Yeah.
So instead of the reason I think they did it is because one of the troubles they had in
Change it
the
up.
original was getting that little kid to act and do the scenes and make it look legitimate.
What do you mean?
Did a
That
good job.
kid's
He
a
was
genius.
creepy.
He was good, but
No,
I mean,
no.
it doesn't
Yeah.
hold up. If you watch it
Speaking
today,
from-
it's funny.
All right. The only reason I'm defending this kid so much is because how many horror movies was he in after that point, or maybe before that? I don't know.
That's his thing.
Yeah.
He is horror kid. No question.
It was
He's
still
hard.
good. It was good.
It was good. It doesn't hold up
Horror
today's
kid.
times, but I just think it would be very, very difficult to try to recreate that because little kid did such a good job. It'd be hard to recreate. So I think getting a teenage girl would be scarier, and you could do more things.
That's like
They're already scary.
already, yeah. It's like the main thing in how many horror movies they all get possessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're not going to give a date. We're not talking about it. We're just going to say this: that if you are excited for our teaser we put out there, the interview with Andy.
So we are talking about
Not
it.
me.
It's coming soon. We're not telling you the date it's going to be out because we don't want to jinx it.
We don't know.
We do
No,
know.
we do know.
We have a
but we
filming
don't
date.
want to
We
jinx
have an
it.
interview
Oh, okay,
date.
okay.
We're gonna sit down. We're gonna do it, but we just don't want to jinx it. So we
Okay.
don't want to give people like, hey, it's
Yeah.
coming out this date.
And
So we're just gonna drop it on you.
when it comes out, be sure to watch it because I'm going to be doing a special
Is that-
giveaway,
I tried this one.
Yes.
I tried this one.
some
What was it?
future merchandise that I
Let me-
can't
let me
talk
try
about
it.
yet.
Vanilla.
But
Let me just.
the question for the giveaway will have to do with that interview.
Yes. So if you tune in and watch the interview,
That's tart.
and we have this really cool
What do you think?
giveaway for a certain company,
Which I got.
Which is in that.
And it was way more than I
Yeah.
expected, which we'll talk about.
I don't know.
After?
What I'm doing right now.
Oh,
That one's
Yeah,
better
yeah.
than that.
Okay.
That one's just like your case.
that's just,
Sorry.
I'm very happy.
Almost knocked it all down.
Why didn't you bring it so I can see it?
It's a peach
Because it's
sour.
a surprise.
I'm not, because I was afraid you would kind of put it on screen and they haven't
No, I
even
wouldn't.
announced it
I
yet.
wouldn't have prosecute. You better send pictures tonight.
Listen, I did a promo video for them already. So
Oh
I'll show you
my
that.
Jesus
Shoot
Christ,
on
Nicholas
him.
been working. Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm shooting on Nicholas.
I have
Anyway,
stuff.
but watch the interview with Andy. When it does come out, we're going to surprise you with it. It's just going to get dropped.
Yeah.
Watch the interview, and you have a chance to win some really, really cool shit.
Oh, cool.
Really cool shit.
Now, along the same lines, It Chapter 2 is due out in 6 months, and they have not released a trailer yet.
I'm
or
glad.
a cast.
They shouldn't.
Or a cast.
They shouldn't.
I think there's cast
No.
because they did
I have
a
not seen it.
They
reading.
already talked about it.
I mean, they show like a teaser trailer like Chris Pratt.
It's not real.
No, no,
I know it's not real,
hold
but
on.
it just
It
kills it.
Chapter
Like
2,
you
right?
haven't. Yeah,
They've kind of announced who's going to play what character, but they didn't say they didn't show.
I have not seen.
They did a
anything.
first
That's
read
crazy.
through video.
Well, they gotta make a
Yeah.
trailer.
Yeah,
2
you have to make a
months.
trailer
I'm
sooner or
telling you,
later.
Yeah.
it's here already. The cast list is available.
Yeah.
You can look it up. It's right here. So James McAvoy will be playing Bill.
Really?
Yes.
Professor X is playing Jan Bill.
Yes, I'm so excited for that.
That's how he takes
He
us
is such-
anyways.
Yeah.
Here's the
He
only thing.
possesses him.
It won when they're kids. Great movie.
It was.
When they do the part 2 in the original,
It's from,
dog shit.
well,
I feel
From
like
what
it
I
was
hear,
because it
they're
was
gonna
a
bounce
movie
back.
And it was long.
I thought
To
it was
the
made for
kids.
TV too, wasn't it?
Yes.
But it was just
It was a made-for-TV movie, and the second
It was
half of
a
that
4-hour movie,
Yeah, I
and
never
every for some reason it's still a cult icon.
movie, the second part is horrible.
Really?
Part 2 of that movie is terrible.
Never
When
seen
they're,
it.
No, I'm
when
not a real
when
huge.
they're adults, it's terrible.
I like when.
But
the
apparently
Smacky
they're
characters.
saying like It Chapter 2 could have one of the goriest scenes alive,
They
possibly.
didn't say the most blood ever. Or something
Thank
like
you,
that.
thank you so much, man. I appreciate that.
What? What happened?
We got complimented on our hard work.
Oh,
Okay.
I did, but
well.
you guys did too.
Okay.
No, it looks like
Anyways.
I'm getting the compliment.
So, someone's like, "Who's
All
the
right.
girl?" Get
So if
let
we're
the
gonna
girl
play that
talk.
game, you're welcome for the Andy interview, guys, because I did that.
So, and then now Nicholas
Conceited
fired
little
after that.
bastard.
Yeah.
Nicholas,
did-
Anyways,
he's
continue.
not
Who else?
fired because then he'll take the interview.
I was always like,
Yeah.
I always like
So
You can't fire me. They
After the
didn't have it yet. It's a lie.
After the interview.
I always like that one scene in part 2 of it where I think it was like when they had the egg and then it was like the chicken embryo like going all nuts and all.
That was your favorite part?
That was like,
That's what sticks in your head.
yeah.
You are a
I'm not
fucking
surprised.
weirdo.
Well, maybe that's the best part of the
I mean,
movie. I don't know.
it really wasn't scary, but it was
not
funny.
him. Not him coming through the shower drain. Not him as a werewolf.
No.
The chicken embryo.
And that and belch.
That's like the Bray
Those
Wyatt
are the
couple
only two
that
things that
was
stick in
on
my
Raw.
head.
Or when the bully gets sucked through the pipe, like
Yeah.
by his ass. Like
I mean,
And all I hear the
it's not
and, like,
exactly
him
the
burping,
scary
like,
part, but when he's in the
"Ouch!"
library,
Like-
he's sitting on the rail and he's just being a maniacal asshole, spinning the spinner.
yeah.
So the rest of the adults are Jessica Chastain. Is that-
She was in
Okay.
Mama.
She's Beverly. Let's see. We got Bill Hader as Richie.
all right,
Okay,
that's a
Saturday
good
Night
one.
Live guy.
Let's see.
Super
Jay
bad.
Ryan as Ben.
Joey Ryan. That's Ben.
James Ransom. And
Yes,
yes,
yes.
he is back.
Phenomenal job. So what have we watched? What have we seen? What have we been doing? We'll start with Ben
Okay.
because I cut you off last time.
Okay.
Let him go first.
So just watching some other shows. I like my typical shows like Black Clover, anime.
I seen an ad for that too.
It's pretty good. It's starting to get a lot better now. They're starting to do like kind of like small tournaments now, and character development's pretty good.
Yeah, sorry.
That got really loud.
Yeah.
Well, Ben's really far away from the mic.
Give it a smidge. Here,
A smidge
let's do
down.
this.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Is that good?
Yeah.
And then
You're
three.
just loud in our ears.
Oh, okay. Now maybe turn up.
Yeah, turn it up a hair. I'm a little deafer.
Give me a little point. Give me
And
some
there's
points.
There we go. That's good.
Hungry.
and then
What's the
there's
snacks?
3 new episodes of High Score Girl, which I really like.
Girl.
Yeah, High Score.
What is
Girl.
that about? Give me
Oh,
a
High
sense.
Score.
What is it?
High
I
Score.
thought you said high school girl. I
No,
was
High
like,
Score.
What are you watching,
Sorry
Ben?
about that.
Right?
It's about the video game boom in the 90s, like arcade style games like Street Fighter 2 Turbo
Okay.
and like just like all really cool, obscure arcade machines.
Okay.
They even have like footage of Splatterhouse. They have King of Fighters 95,
Mm.
all the good stuff.
Terry Bogard.
And it's supposed to be like a romance of like this one kid playing video games. He's just being a dumbass and he's not realizing that this girl really likes him. And then there's,
So
like,
it's far fetched
triangles.
already.
What's your
A
life?
girl in an arcade.
So it's your life.
But it's a
That
good
sounds
show.
cool.
It's like kind of like a good feel good show. You know what I mean? And it brings like a lot of like the cool like arcade stuff. When
So it's a live
I was
action?
kid. No, it's just
It's animated.
yeah, it's animated.
Oh,
it's like
okay.
3D animated, but they have like all the old school like arcade stuff, and it actually has Final Fight in it too.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, it's
I've never seen a
Final.
Final Fight machine. That's pretty rare.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I just had one other thing with news. Berserk is coming back from a hiatus, which is pretty cool. So
What's Berserk?
It's
that's
an
that
anime.
one. That's that one with the guy with the giant sword.
He's missing an arm. right? And
medieval.
he has
That
legs.
medieval show. The Demons and Tits. The first show that we
Well then,
things
he-
that were not cool. in high
He
school.
bought that extra manga. He gave me one.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
a game for
yeah, that one.
Dreamcast.
Okay.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Guts?
Well, usually
That's
say
coming
anime,
back.
it just leaves my brain.
I know,
Right
I
after
know.
you say it.
but no, I'm kind of psyched for that because that guy is just taking his time and he's doing the right stuff. Because a lot of these like artists, what they end up doing, they just drive themselves insane and they get like literally like 2 hours of sleep and then they die like from a heart attack or just like insomnia.
Yeah, really get burned out.
Yeah, like there's one guy from High School of the Dead. He died at like the age of like 35 or
Mm.
something like. He died like really young and like stopped the
That's
whole.
great. But then you
series.
got like Trey and Matt Parker who bang out an episode in 5 days. You know, I have been doing it for years.
Yeah, like it takes you fucking a year to write a book,
Yeah.
asshole. We wrote a whole season and we do it week by week.
Yeah.
like suck it, dick. Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry.
And-
Anything?
but-
What else you into, Ben? Besides working on your house?
It's like hot
I'm sorry, I
chicks, fast cars.
shag
Oh, I thought we were
carpeting.
talking about the movie Hot Chicks. I was like,
You've been trimming hedges,
Yeah, I've been trimming hedges.
not
I've
on a
been-
woman.
We're getting.
Weed whacking.
All right, all right,
He's
all right.
weed whacking.
I want to make it. I want to make it nice.
Non-household things.
But
I
I
feel
have
like
some-
Ben's house when he gets done, like he's working on it so hard that like when a girl finally comes over, he's gonna be like Quagmire, where he's like elbow the wall and like the moon's gonna come out and he's like gonna snap his
Yeah.
fingers and the record player starts. He's like, all right, giggity go.
I mean, that carpet on the wall is definitely gonna do it.
yeah.
it was an ordeal because I ended up getting furniture from my aunt's sister-in-law.
Do you still
and
have the
I got
couch that probably someone died on in the kitchen?
no.
You should keep that, put that in the basement.
Well, that's gonna go like out like where the window is, and I have this
Oh, you're gonna keep it?
this
Keep it.
credenza.
Yeah,
It's called.
That's like
Gonna keep it
That's
Do
like-
you know what a credenza is? It's basically like
Yeah.
there's like there's like 2 like glass things, and then it has like a little like a drawer and like cabinets. I'm putting like my beer glasses there.
Is it
It
called a
actually has a
Curial?
light too, and it's
Curious.
all build. Well,
Just
has a light in it.
keep the
wow.
death chair too, the one that looks like the chair from Insidious, that the old guy. You ever see watching Insidious too?
No,
There's
no.
like a dead guy who like dies
Everybody
in a
always
chair.
asks Sandy if you've seen a horror movie. Every single time he's like, I don't really watch horror movies. But everybody looks right at him. Did you see this one?
This is my first eye contact. Anyway, but there's a guy who dies in a chair, and the chair in Ben's house looks like the death chair.
Actually, a friend of mine might have something. Might
I
actually
think it's
perk up
happening.
Ben's house even better.
What?
He has a neon light of the male symbol.
Who, me? No.
Oh, you mean the mail?
Not
Like
that fucking
not
tacky.
like
Come on.
mail.
Put
Like, here's
on
the
the front
mail.
door.
Not that tacky.
Like you.
Come on.
It's
Jesus.
actually the doorbell when you ring it lights up.
You know, like
You
it
could
better
be that tacky.
if you had
We'll
not
get the
be.
neon sign from Austin Powers that says Austin's Pat 1969.
You need the one that says live nudes.
Yeah,
Girls get a kick.
like from Big Daddy, the live nudes. I want a
As a nightlight.
live nudes.
Guys.
No,
I want to have a nice house.
You have a
okay?
bow
I don't
window,
want it
right?
to
There's
be
nothing
like,
wrong with
like a
having
fucking
neon in your
Frankenstein
house.
I put up a neon sign. I want one.
It's
They're
getting to be
expensive.
that point because all the furniture, like I have like a burgundy sofa, and there's this
Ron
thing that's
Burgundy.
like called like a Chase Lounge, and it has there's like another
You got to chase the lounge.
Chase Lounge. It's just like kind of like a long chair. It's just like all one piece.
Ben's throwing out like 1950s terms.
Right.
You can have it.
This was all my parlor. Now the ice box is
That's why I
coming.
said the male symbol would fit the house perfectly with the wallpaper.
You need a black casting couch.
Ooh.
I get a little Brazer logo.
Turn this around. Where's this one going?
Either that or
I wanna hear
a
that.
shrink chair.
Listen, you could start in the diner, that's the kitchen, and then swap back right behind that wall.
If you make your kitchen look like a 50s
Ben-
diner, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Ben's house could sit through 3 scenes of a movie if you
Yeah.
play it out right.
Oh my god!
And then the bedroom's
A
obviously the
fucking
horror.
Frankenstein
Then
house.
the,
Okay.
the bedroom's obviously the horror movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where the old.
Or
That's where
50
the,
Shades of Grey.
that's where the old lady
Hey,
died.
come on, man.
That's where he elbows the wall.
Don't be knocking me like that. Come on.
Like monkey bars on the ceiling.
Oh, boy.
That's the closet that you could go from one end to the other.
Yeah,
it
I
just
like that closet.
like
Yeah,
the
slides
teleport-
over. And there's
here
all
it
the
is.
The
stuff.
teleporting
He just-
closet.
Yeah.
That's so funny when you did that.
Have a little
Said
book on
dog
a pedestal in the corner and open up to a page of the Kama Sutra.
And I actually brought some show and tell stuff.
We'll get to that.
Uh,
We'll get to that. All right, we're
Okay, so I watched the first 2 episodes of Sabrina, and it's really good.
Yeah.
I like it. It's
Not clever.
yeah. Oh, you're not cloudy. Did you watch the Christmas one at all? Okay, the Christmas one's really good.
she's so far behind.
No,
I did like
that's
Christmas.
it's like an hour and a half.
Did you
It's
watch
like
it
a
without
movie.
me?
I don't watch Sabrina at all.
Oh, we started it. and
But
then
it's,
I
if you like
didn't
season 1, you'll like
watch
the
it.
part 2 or whatever it's called. It's
Yeah.
doesn't really make sense. It picks up right where it left off, and it's bloody and gory. And she seems a little
So,
more attitude.
Do they skip Christmas?
No,
does
it happens. So it's like
Okay.
after Christmas, and it's like her going to the academy and stuff. So
Okay.
it's pretty good. They're all in it. Everyone's the same. So she seems like she has a
Awesome.
little more attitude, and she has her white hair instead of the blonde hair. So I really like it. Watched 2 episodes. I'm like, this is pretty good. So, but there's only 9 episodes, which is kind of like, what?
Maybe that's why they're so
They're parts,
into
I
like
think.
pumping it
Yeah.
out, being
That's
like
me.
it's already ready for season 3 and
Yeah.
like the fall,
Because you think, oh, we're only making 9 instead of 24
Yeah.
episodes. You know, it's like, oh,
and it'll be April season 4.
yeah.
Loop around. It's like okay,
It's crazy because the comic book has 7
Jesus,
issues.
lost.
That's
We
it.
did.
7 issues, and so there's already
not a fan.
There's no hustle there.
there's
Uh,
already more episodes.
they're gonna Game of Thrones it, where it's gonna start off as a book,
Yeah.
and then end as a show.
Yeah, it already did.
Peach.
It's crazy. But
Is it peach?
Yeah, you're not gonna like it.
yeah, it's
It's
tart.
very
It smells really
Yeah.
good.
You're not
It's-
gonna like it.
it's not bad, but it
You're
definitely
not
did
What if
that
he's like, I
work.
love it?
You're not gonna like it.
I like it.
Yeah, see? How about that?
Whoa!
I like
We
it.
finally got him. We finally got him.
It's not super sour. It doesn't have a. It doesn't kick. Like,
Really?
I hate when it hits
I
you in
thought
the
it's
back.
Tart in the cheeks, and then it goes down nice.
Yeah, it's a very nice peach flavor. That's one of the best peach flavored things I've ever had as a beer.
Really?
And the sour too.
Compared to
I
the
wouldn't call
Model
that a
T,
sour.
Model T
No.
that
I think
disappointed
it
us
was that sour,
completely.
but I'm no.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it was that sour. That's
Cool.
really good. Hudson Valley, good job.
Hudson Valley. It's that's all. It was mainly all wrestling this past week, so
I apologize.
I watched 2
Yeah.
episodes of Sabrina, and that was it.
Yeah.
I like it.
It was a
Chilling Adventures of Sabrina
lot of the stuff that we watch or get into is not going to be.
for everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be something we could do every week because it's a weekly show now. Just
Yeah.
what we're into.
I
Have
could
you
do that
have
every
you
week.
seen anything recently that you're into that you would recommend to somebody?
Not right off the top of my head.
Not
no.
on a website. That
Not
you can get-
wrestling.
No.
Not
no. Not really, because of the way I've been working. I'm literally DVR and everything, just double backing through DVR. So
Yeah,
that's
I'm definitely counting on you guys, like, point me in the right direction. Usually my DVR is filled up with I watch the Chicago series on a Thursday on NBC.
like Chicago Fire
Yeah.
and Chicago PD.
I watch that.
Didn't they combine it or something?
It's all in one night now.
I heard they cross
okay.
over.
Yeah,
So what's
occasionally
going
they have a
on?
crossover.
Yeah.
It'll be like 3 hours, and it'll literally just run one episode right in another as like one big crime.
Oh wow.
Wasn't Lady Gaga's boyfriend on that?
Still
or
is.
Fiance.
Yeah,
They
they're
broke
not
up,
together
but-
anymore.
Baseball player?
Bradley Cooper.
No, Taylor.
No, she's with Bradley Cooper.
Are you serious?
No,
I can't
Yeah,
think of-
somebody I know.
I can't think of his last name, but he actually lives in Lancaster.
I think it's from
Really?
Scranton area.
Oh,
He
I
was,
don't know.
yeah, and he lived down in Lancaster now. And there's actually a story as to where some old man broke down on the side of the road, and he actually stopped and helped him and gave him a ride back in the town.
Did he happen to eat? Was Lady Gaga there?
No.
Oh,
They
well,
they
I was
split
gonna
up.
say,
the
They
guy
split
could
up.
stop and give me $10. I would know
idea.
who he
Yeah.
is.
Engaged with some other guy, and now they broke up.
Yeah.
You're way behind.
There is a
And then,
random story. Speaking of that, where somebody broke off onto the road, and there was this couple that stopped by, and they were going to this concert, and it ended up being the guy whose concert they were going
Oh, really?
Yeah.
that broke down on his motorcycle before his show. So they picked him up and
Yeah.
took him to the show, and they gave him like all these VIP stuff,
Oh,
and
that's
dinner and all that
awesome.
stuff. So that was very remarkable.
Yeah, that's cool.
Other than that, I've been watching Boruto and Dragon Ball Super. catching up.
Oh, it is.
whoa, Dave, whoa.
Yes.
My penis is soft. So.
Yeah.
Is Boruto the son of Naruto?
Yes.
It
Okay,
is.
all right. That's all I
You
know.
are right.
That's all I know.
That's all you need to
Uh,
know.
But other than that, most of my shows are DVR'd. I mean, there's nothing really that catches my eye lately. I might dabble into Sabrina a little bit, but I noticed when I got home last night, I actually have the free week of HBO, and it's really hard every time I like turn to it. I see Game of Thrones there, just still in like mid-season 3, and I'm like, you haven't watched it? Don't start now.
I have to catch
But
up.
the
I would
new
recommend
season's
it.
coming out.
Yeah.
We finished season
coming out.
1.
I know.
We finished
I need
season
to
1. We got
start.
halfway through season 2, and then we stopped.
It's very
I don't
heavy.
even think we made
Like-
it half.
But see, I don't
It's
even
long.
know who to ask.
If I could
Why?
change it, I would make it more actiony.
My
more
critique on the
magical.
show.
That'd be my
It's just
yeah.
hard to watch
I can
because
see
you have to pay attention.
Yeah, you
it's
do.
like
I
get
mid-season
lost.
I think
3,
Magic
like,
came in
and it's just
ideal.
rolling
Really?
through right now.
Well, you
My-
might be out there.
Yeah, my only critique
It's
is
not like, but
Yeah.
it comes in.
okay. So my critique to it is when you watch season 1, I watched halfway through season 1 2 times, and both times I got frustrated because they talk about locations and people as if you should know
Yeah,
what they're talking about.
kind of like if you read the book.
And I was just
I
like,
feel like you kind of figured out. I don't know. I thought it
Yeah,
was
I mean-
stick with it. You will
Yeah.
figure it out.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
I still don't know every character. Like they're like, oh, the Lannister house. I couldn't tell you all the members.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't either.
Yeah.
And I've watched all that.
But
I
even
mean,
by,
like if
like,
you just keep watching it, you get it because we
Right.
watched like
Yeah.
the whole season in a weekend.
like season
and I was
6,
like,
you start to know people.
Like they literally start off and they're like, and the king and the Lannister and then this and up the north and then down to the left and Shepton and down south and then over to the
So
northwest
the Lannisters
and then the wall and then these guys and then dragons and then this guy's gonna
Iron.
this guy
Targaryens.
and then Aquaman's gonna rape this chick. And then you're like, what is
The
going
good,
on?
the good thing, if you watch on Blu-ray, there's an option where the thing comes up and you can click on it, and it will tell you who's on the screen.
Oh,
that's
backstory.
cool.
So it would take 4
And it will
hours.
flash, yeah, because then you start reading it. But
But
I
I
saw that
think
when
most
I
of our
did.
TV was pretty much the same this past week. I mean, we're all
Wrestling.
watching the same
Yeah.
thing.
it's
I was
a
like-
very,
far though.
it's a very
Yeah,
wrestling.
actually,
not
if you
watching.
actually follow me on the Tornado Tag page, you actually saw me like going live, and I actually did the cool friend thing, and I went down and picked up Austin from
Oh,
school and
hey
drug
now.
him all the way back to the Skook.
Yes.
Oh.
I left work at 3:00 and drove to Philadelphia, and I got stuck in traffic. It was supposed to be at 10 miles. It said 10 miles to the school. I was stuck in traffic for an hour.
Yeah.
I believe
So
it. Yeah.
just to clarify, you were talking about WrestleMania.
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
His TV wasn't the same as ours.
Yeah, that's why I was like, but they may not know either
What?
that it was that's what you're talking about.
WrestleMania.
Well,
Yeah,
Friday
NXT
night was
takeover.
NXT.
So
There's
our
still that
our big
hard
wrestling
TVs
weekend will
where it's
happen tomorrow live
So
at the same
everyone's
time.
live.
8 o'clock.
No,
we talk
we
wrestling.
could talk about something.
I think we bring.
Because
I
it's
think
popular.
Nikolai needs to attend tomorrow night's show.
Who was at WrestleMania?
Who was at WrestleMania?
And Raw and SmackDown.
So two of the Impractical Jokers
I was like, it already
were
started.
there.
Coffee. I'm like, yep.
Sal and Q.
They were at Raw too.
And
So-
SmackDown.
When the
Okay.
Hardy Boys won on SmackDown, they went to Sal in the crowd.
And they were like,
That's cool.
cheering
Yeah,
them
wait,
on.
what's going on?
Awesome.
Sorry.
It's all right. So, yeah, Impractical Jokers were at SmackDown, Raw, and WrestleMania.
Oh, were they? Wow, I didn't know they were
Only
fans.
Two of the members, Q and Sal, were there.
Oh, wow.
So I think that's cool that
Yeah.
they got to do that kind of stuff.
All right, Nikolai, what have you been watching?
So much, but I'm gonna stick it to just two things. So I saw Shazam twice this past weekend.
Wow.
I loved it. I'm gonna go see it again.
Is there an after credits scene?
There's two.
Oh, cool. So stick
which-
for it.
Is wonderful. Like I wasn't a huge fan of, DC being so dark and gritty.
Me either.
Per se, but this was a nice balance between
Both.
dark moments, comedy type moments. Because at the end of the day, for those of you who don't know, Shazam is a kid
Yeah, it's
in
more
an adult's
lighthearted
body.
too.
But I love that they got David F. Sandberg to be the director of it. And if you don't know who that is, he directed Lights Out and Annabelle Creation.
Okay.
So having a horror director direct this
Action movie.
action superhero kind of
Yeah.
movie, it was his third major film
Oh,
that he'd
wow.
ever done.
Yeah.
I thought he did a tremendous job with it. But I saw an interview with Zachary Levi, and he was like, honestly, having a horror director direct a movie like this with such an awesome villain was perfect, because the villain's powers, he had control of the 7 deadly sins.
No, okay.
So there were those horror moments
Yeah.
within this
Yeah.
that he played up. And
That's
it
kind
was
of cool. I'm trying to rack
But-
my mind to get who the villain is, but I can't.
also, too, what I really love,
Nikolai doesn't even know. He watched it twice.
his name's Thad.
Bad?
Yeah. He has a
Stand for something?
glass-like eye that glows.
And he controls the
The
7
7 deadly sins. They're the
Jeez.
statues that are in,
That's-
that the wizard is.
It might have been one they just made up for the movie just because.
Well, no, it's in the comics,
He
in
might
the
be a
origin
real
and stuff.
deep cut, like
Yeah.
Calendar Man from Batman.
So, I don't know, but
Man.
That's a deep-
I thought it was very well done. And
I
I
want to
will
see it.
say that at no point did I question that this was a kid
Okay.
and an adult. Like,
Yeah.
everything was done.
Billy Batson.
And actually during that interview with Zachary Levi that I watched, he was like, most people who play superheroes, they have to play down the fact that they're excited that they're a superhero.
And-
But he was like, oh man, I'm a superhero. Like, I get to be this inner kid and let it all out
Yeah.
and stuff. And I,
I
think
mean, I
that's
don't know.
awesome.
Even the one part in the trailer, it's kind of baffled me. Was I'd like to purchase a case of your finest
the case of
beer.
Yeah, because he realizes I can buy beer now. And then I'm not gonna spoil anything, but in the trailer, these two guys come and try to rob the place.
Oh, really?
So they kind
And-
of did in the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not gonna go too deep into it.
Yeah.
But it was just there's so many things, even with that scene, that you would think, oh, maybe you would question is this really a child decision?
Mhm.
And at one point,
Shazam is literally as if Tom Hanks and Big got superpowers.
yeah, and I'm not gonna spoil that either.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Well, they have to mention Kondak, I would assume, at some
Yeah.
point in the movie.
I don't know who that is.
No, it's a place. Kondak.
Okay.
Okay. I'm
Well,
sure they
the
probably
movie
mentioned-
takes place in Philly,
Really?
Yeah.
That's something. That's
which I
cool.
thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, rather than they're all in New
Actual
York.
Philly or just
Yeah,
listed as
like-
Philly?
There were shots of the Philly skyline and all this kind of stuff, and they went to the museum where the Rocky Steps and all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
That's
that's
the
cool.
art museum.
Yes,
So,
but
so
I didn't think
Shazam's
people would
from
actually
Philly?
know that.
Mm.
See what one Super Bowl does for a team?
But they didn't film it in Philly.
They did.
They did not.
Oh, okay.
Well, why
They
would
had to
you?
film it in Vancouver, I
Okay.
believe,
Why would you
because
film it in
it's
Philly?
Nice
a
city.
winter film,
Oh,
and it's at Christmas time, and they filmed it last
yeah, in the summer or whatever.
summer-ish, spring. So, I mean, I can understand why they did that. But the second thing I actually watched last night for the first time, and then watched again this
Hell's in my
morning.
eyes.
It was
Beer.
a movie called Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon.
Mm.
I thought it was incredible, and I wasn't sure why people hadn't done this before. So the movie starts off with this: they're following this guy, and he is almost like a Michael Myers or a Jason kind of character.
Yeah.
There's a film crew and a news lady who's interviewing him, and they go through all the process of how you prep for a horror movie.
Oh.
So you know how when somebody in a horror movie or whatever, they go out to throw the garbage
Yeah.
and they leave the door open or whatever, and the door slams behind them, but they see somebody in the shadows. They walk you through that, and he's like, "Oh, we have clear fishing line tied to the
That's-
brick that
yeah,
she
like
uses
how they
to
do
prop
it,
the
yeah.
door. So when I pull it, I can sneak out of the shadows, but then she turns around and I'm gone," kind of thing. And it shows all the prep. And in the trailer, he talks about doing all this cardio is such a bitch for him because he has to make it look like he's walking everywhere, but really he's just booking it. And it's just really awesome. But then halfway through, it switches to an actual movie.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's cool.
Huh.
So then you watch him go through his full hunt,
Yeah.
once he has the kids in the house
Hmm.
and stuff. But the whole first half is the process of
Yeah.
how he got to that point. I thought it was really cool.
Oh, wow.
And while we're there, Fright Rags did a really cool
T-shirt line.
T-shirt line for
Last
that movie.
Wednesday they released.
And you're actually wearing a shirt that actually has a cool story to it.
Yes. So this shirt, I'm just
You
gonna
can
say-
see you will see it on Instagram as well.
Yes. So it is the WW,
what would
the
Splatterhouse
Jason
do?
hockey mask, and a
What would
D with question mark.
Splatterhouse do? Yeah.
So
What would Jason do?
Ben from Fright Rags, back in 2003.
Well,
He-
real quick, I'm sorry to cut you off. He started. Fright Rags has a podcast now. It's about 9 episodes in,
Saturday Night Rewind.
The Saturday Night
That's
Rewind.
good.
And the
Yeah.
first episode of this podcast,
Well,
it tells you the origin.
It's episode 0
Yes.
because he's a comic book guy,
Oh, okay.
and he was like, "That's normally the origin story."
So
kind of
they
thing.
tell
So-
you
I just
the
like when they do that.
they tell you the origin of Fright Rags.
So
Oh.
I'm gonna sum it up because I've been listening to like all their episodes, but it's amazing that he would like go through stores and all this kind of stuff and was like, I didn't really find a shirt that like was for him or like that he would wear. Like there was some cool stuff, but then he went home and he was like, what if I just make my own?
There you go.
And he typed a WW and then this hockey mask and a D, and then he just took the hockey mask that's on his shirt and blew it up just by itself on
Yeah.
a shirt, and then he did one where it was a Michael Myers face kind of thing on the shirt. But he ended up buying like 20 shirts per design,
Mhm.
and in his cart he looked at it back in 2003 and was like, this is $600 to print these shirts.
Oh my god. Yeah.
And he like took a leap of faith and spent $600. Didn't know if people were even going to buy them, if there were interest. Like he went on some message boards and stuff, and people were like, "Oh, I would wear that
Yeah.
shirt and stuff." But it was just so awesome to hear him talk about $600 could have made or break
Yeah.
this company that's been alive since 2003. And I was hours after I had listened and heard about this, I got an alert on this app that I sell stuff on, and it was like, oh, there's a new listing as like a Fright Rag Save Search. And I went and clicked on it, and I was like, oh, this shirt's kind of cool. And like the second or third row down was this shirt, and
One of the original Fright Rags.
the
Oh, wow.
original print
Yeah.
shirt.
Yeah.
So I was like, holy crap, I have to own this.
Yeah.
And I clicked on it, and it happened to be in my size. Like that never happened.
Yeah.
Like it just works out.
Which is child lore.
Extra large or adult small. Like,
No, youth extra large.
yeah. But it was just funny how
Medium at the best.
within hours of listening to this and hearing him describe all the details of like even the company who printed the shirt, like what website he used,
Yeah.
what kind of shirt it was,
Gilded.
and yeah, it was Gildan actually. And then finding this post, and it was like it was on there for 6 months,
Wow.
and nobody
Huh.
bought it. It was
Fake.
like
It was like fake.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
it came in today,
and we're,
so I had to wear
we're
it.
fans of
And
Fright
you know, you
Rags.
could do that for all the horror
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
icons.
And we're fans of Fright Rags.
15 shirts.
Nikolai got me into Fright Rags. Fright Rags is working with us with the interview with
That's cool.
with Andy.
Yeah.
Like,
I like they make cool looking shirts.
yeah, and they're super supportive. We have a lot of really cool stuff in the pipeline with Fright Rags. Hopefully, we support them. Hopefully, they support us. And this is just a cool thing that now
Yeah.
a member of our team has one of their original
Yeah, that's
shirts.
pretty
I was super excited,
Yeah.
and like I even I quizzed the guy. I was like, "Where'd you get this shirt? How long have you had it? Are you original owner?" Just to see, because I mean, like this
What's
is
the Carfax on
this
this shirt?
this
Oh,
could
it's
have
wild.
easily been like reproduced or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
but I was like, all the details that he listed in the podcast were correct, so I just wanted to double check. And he was like, "I got this from Fright Rags like a long time
They should
ago."
remake it with
and I
like
was like, "Okay."
with all fancy art now. The same basic
Yeah.
concept.
I mean,
just-
that'd be really awesome
Yeah.
if they did that, but it was just like I had to grill this guy, and I was like, "Is this real?" So now when I send the photo to them, like I actually sent them a photo of it and
Yeah.
then sent a little heart back for it. So I was like, "That's awesome."
That's cool. I like that. I also like cavity
How would
colors.
you
Not
do
to bring up a
Leatherface
rival,
on
but
the
cavity
shirt?
colors is very
I don't
cool.
know.
Yes.
But I,
Whose
I look
face would you
forward to-
use?
Oh, that's a good question.
What for the next one?
For Leatherface,
whose
like,
face
you had to
would you
swap out
use?
as just Leatherface.
Ben,
Ben?
I thought you meant which character. I was gonna say.
what would Ben do?
The third
Well-
movie's terrible. Oh, it's so awful.
We should get those made.
Blood stuff. That's
Blood stuff.
on the back.
Can we do what would Ben do shirts made? What you're like cheesing.
I got a face that you just don't know what's going on.
Oh, this
No,
is
well,
On the
I guess
back
I
of those
should say-
butt stuff and getting swole.
We are talking about our Ben, not Ben,
Oh,
the
yeah, there's a-
creator of Fright
yeah.
Rags.
this face. What would Ben do?
What face?
I love
Like
you.
a serious face.
Yeah, a serious face. Like,
Super serious. What was that?
I don't
And
know.
you know,
Those are my books.
You know,
What?
some
Oh
films.
my god! How can you do
Are they
that?
in cases?
They
So
are in
I'm gonna
cases.
quick get to mine because we have
Okay.
snacks, and then hopefully we can get the show and tell today. If we can't, we'll just get to it next week. I'm still working on Far Cry. I just killed my second member of the family. So when my last member of the family, then I go for the main guy.
Mhm.
Story wise, I'm not gonna lie, it's not really grabbing me like the
Yeah.
other ones.
Been on this for what, about 3 weeks?
Yeah, well, I don't play. I only literally get to play one day a week. Like Monday's my usually only day I get to play video games. So I try to get as much like done as I can on Monday, so it's been tough. But I'm still working on that. Really cool game. I love the Far Cry games. I know Ubisoft gets shit on for their games, and they do put stuff out that does not finish all the time. But I'm a sucker for those style of games, so that's what I'm still working on. So that's pretty much all I got. Watching wise, I'm still watching The Act on Hulu, which is about the gypsy case that we talked about. That's still like a weekly thing. Besides that, that's pretty much all I've been watching. Obviously, I still watch Joe Rogan on YouTube. I still been watching that. He had a really good interview with Kevin Hart. Very, very good interview. I still try to listen to some podcasts. I do want to start listening to some more of the Fright Rags podcast.
They're really funny.
Yeah. And then that's pretty much it. And I like I said, we went and seen some live bands, so I'm trying to keep up with that. So that being said, Heidi's excited. She's hungry. Let's do some snacks.
She's
All right.
excited and hungry.
So that's all she watched?
You need another.
Yeah.
We're not getting into Heidi's watching because she's not on cam. She's not on a microphone. So
Okay.
pass
It
the cups
was
around.
let's
like
talk
the
about
sound.
watching wise from
All right,
heavy
so-
wrestling week.
So are we gonna put the cookie in the cup?
No. If anyone gets a soda ready.
Yeah, I have to take pictures. Take a picture of it all.
Of all
I,
of all the
when I take the
snacks.
soda, no, when I take the soda, I take a picture of this bottle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
All right, let's
like,
do the
here's the first one. Take a picture
Let's
do
before
this.
we open it.
Let's do the snack.
This is all Heidi's been waiting for.
Heidi went out and bought.
Rockies.
So I've had a couple of these already.
Heidi went out and got more snacks.
I'm not going to eat the red velvet because I hate cream cheese.
I'm kind of in the same boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a really red
I don't know
velvet
if
fan.
But I like red
Are they
velvet.
I'm gonna try that anyways.
Yeah,
Just
it's
Yeah. I asked the
cheese flavored thing.
I asked the guy that works for Nabisco when I said, "Are they cream cheese?" He goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, but I love red velvet."
no, I had a
so when my
blueberry
mom
pie
makes it,
one last week and they were amazing.
where did you find them at? I haven't
Spoiler
seen them.
alert, red velvet
down
is
near
just
Harrisburg.
chocolate.
Really? Oh, okay. I don't think they're in our
I
area.
just
yet.
happened to be
So-
swinging through and
Really?
I stopped to get some gas and I walked in. I'm like, "Oh, where'd you get these?" And they're like, "Oh, we only got a couple boxes."
There is there's a
Is it
Game of Thrones Oreos.
I know. I can't find them anywhere.
Walmart has them now, and
Which Walmart?
Giant has them. Right down here. In St. Clair.
All right, so we'll
And
do.
Giant,
All right.
buy one for you.
I know what I'm doing
I see them all day.
What?
What is it?
Game of Thrones
Game of
Oreos
Thrones Oreo. They have all the houses.
Oh,
on
I
the
didn't
Oreo.
see them.
I can get one for you.
in one pack. So
Yeah.
oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you meant like
no.
each pack has a different house
And
on
the
it.
pack
I was
like-
is Game of Thrones like in the font
Yeah.
it says Oreo. They're pretty cool looking. Okay, I tried this. I don't like this at all.
Did you
So
fish?
you don't have to give
I
me.
did not see
I
Swedish
I did not see them.
Okay, because no one seems to know
Yeah.
what that is either. But
Ben's gonna.
Yeah.
You have a smaller piece.
Yeah, I didn't like this.
He doesn't want to
No.
eat it.
I'll eat it, but I didn't care for
birthday
it.
cake,
That's a
right?
nice little hunk I got.
Wow.
Tell me when.
I've had this before.
Oh,
if anyone
I
wants
put it in my
This-
mouth.
So this is this is birthday cake Three Musketeer.
Now I'll say I'm not a fan of original Three Musketeer. Really, I feel it's a candy bar without a soul because it doesn't have peanuts or caramel or peanut butter or something. There's no like raspberry
So-
Three Musketeer.
Do you remember the candy that they came out with, where it was basically an Airhead but a Three Musketeers?
You can get rid of it.
It was a joke.
Really?
It was basically a chocolate airhead.
Yeah,
Really?
I really like them.
So
I think this is
it
bland.
really it does nothing
It
for
does
me.
taste a little bland.
Kind of reminds
It
me of like a
tastes-
vanilla
it doesn't
Charleston
taste
chew,
much
but
It's just sugar on top of sugar.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't taste birthday cake.
it literally just
No.
tastes like a normal.
Go
Three
with all the
Musketeers.
sweet stuff first, and let's do that last.
You
one.
get a little bit of hint
Yeah,
of
because
it.
you'll mess
At the
yeah.
end.
You get the little hint of it if you press like your
I
tongue on the
wanna
roof
get
of your
it
mouth
out
and
of the way.
swirl it
Oh.
around. Go ahead,
Yeah.
try it.
All right,
Not,
so
no
this is-
joke.
No, no.
Taste a little bit.
Hold on one second. This is the part of the show where it gets really loud, so I do apologize.
ASMR?
That is so sweet. That candy bar.
Yeah.
That's fucking sweet.
Now I think that's pretty good.
Really?
See, like
I'd eat it. I just don't taste birthday cake.
I don't think it's bad, but
It's-
Who
I
brought this?
wouldn't buy it.
Nikolai.
I said
Oh,
the first, when it first came out, I tried
No,
it, and it was
say what
just
they are
sugar
real
on
quick.
top of sugar.
Those
And
are
it's just
movie
one of
night.
those things where it's like, eh.
Yeah. Now these are
I never opened
my
my
sugar intake too.
the Hershey Crunchies are the little chocolate balls with stuffing.
So
That's
these
the
are
gimmick.
s'mores crunchies.
These are probably
Crunchers.
wonderful.
I hope so.
This is right on Nicholas.
Oh, these aren't
I haven't. Well, I brought them. So I
We
hope.
have two s'mores
Heidi,
favorites.
So these
Here,
are just
hang on.
little like
It's okay. I'll
chocolate
wait for you.
and stuff.
now.
No,
Mixed
go
in.
ahead, go ahead.
Oh, I got a little one. You never know.
Oh, almost took that out on the computer.
They're good.
Smells like graham cracker.
All right.
it's basically if you took s'mores and smushed them all up and put them in little clusters
I'm gonna back up so I don't crunch.
with a little more chocolate.
My one, I got like a whole s'more in it.
Yeah.
Can we not?
I like
go
it.
on?
I'll tell you, it's not as good as cooked.
I'm gonna eat one.
I mean,
It's
a lot,
good.
A lot of marshmallow in that one.
They make mint ones
Okay.
too,
Mm.
and there's
what is that
there's a
crunch?
dark
there?
chocolate.
Graham cracker.
Graham
Cracker.
cracker.
graham cracker pieces.
I actually like that.
I don't.
How do you make?
I'm middle of the
s'more?
road on that myself. That can go either way.
I like it because it's light. It's not like
Yeah.
it's got like it's not. It doesn't overpower any of like the flavors of a
Yeah,
I
s'more.
wouldn't eat another one.
It's better
I don't
than the
think I
Three
would buy a
Musketeers.
bag, but they aren't bad.
It's
at all.
definitely better than the Three Musketeers.
Let
I'm
me tell
going
you something. These cookies are phenomenal.
You want some milk?
at. You
I've had these before.
Is that one of the
I-
special
I-
drinks?
you've
that we're trying?
partaken
Yeah.
And this is how I eat a cookie.
So the s'mores versus s'mores.
Okay,
I'm
I
excited.
really like this. Wow,
What do you like? Yeah.
the graham cracker. The graham cracker really.
There's like a whole piece of chocolate in the middle.
Yeah, and there's marshmallow chips in it. I guess you could say. Like the
Yeah.
chocolate chips, there's marshmallow chips.
Wow,
They're
I
wonderful.
like that. They are wonderful. Good job.
Yeah, that's good.
Chips
I
Ahoy,
do
there
like
is a
it.
god.
Oh, you can heat them.
What?
What?
I don't like hot baked goods.
No, you gotta warm.
I like actually cold. Like when I get donuts and stuff, I put them in the fridge.
These are phenomenal.
You eat the whole
We
thing.
got to put those away before the whole thing's
Yeah,
gone, before
you
the
eat the
show's
whole-
over.
You can
No.
sit there and see like 5 of them.
I'll
Heidi's
definitely-
already eyeballing them.
I'll definitely share those again.
You know what'd be pretty wild if they made a chewy version of those.
They are
Those are-
chewy.
They're chewy.
Yeah,
Are they
they are.
chewy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Well,
chewy.
Red is the chewy.
That's a soft. That's a
Blue is crunchy.
Yeah.
that's a soft cookie.
Yeah.
The graham cracker puts that little crunch into it.
Okay.
Now Ben's gonna eat 2 for us. For me. For me.
I'll do one for you.
You're not gonna have one at all.
I hate cheese.
I have had these before.
Punishment.
I'm not a fan of hot stuff. I'm gonna eat that.
I love them.
Yeah, but
Andy, you should-
I hate
Come
it.
on, Andy.
Come on,
It's
don't
not
be
that I'm not a
goof.
fan. I
And
hate
don't
it.
be a goof.
It
Come
tastes
on,
it
man.
tastes bad to me.
Oh, yeah.
Have you
For you.
tried it yet?
No, I won't
Here's
try.
the
I
like cream
won't cream cheese.
What about a bite? You don't have to finish the whole
No,
cookie.
no.
See, I'm not a big cream cheese or red velvet fan, but I'm gonna give it a go.
Do you like chocolate?
Yeah.
Red velvet is chocolate.
Yeah, it's slightly different.
All right,
Not really.
here we go.
I think slightly because like
I love
It's
it.
a light chocolate.
like
It's,
Dunkin'
a
Donuts.
very
It's
light
basically
chocolate
chocolate
flavor.
yeah,
It's chocolate thing with a lot of red.
yeah.
But the cream cheese makes it.
I hate cream. Oh.
It just tastes like vanilla icing.
See, to
Yeah.
me, cream cheese is
Yeah.
it tastes like something went bad, and like
I don't get a cream cheese taste. I get vanilla.
I'll close it up.
Well, it's not really cream. It's cream cheese flavored.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's probably the
Again,
regular cream.
this goes
Yeah.
along with the Musketeers for me. I can live without this.
This is serious.
I think it's pretty good.
I could eat these all day.
yeah.
What do you like?
I mean, I'm
I
gonna
like it.
finish it, but I can definitely live without this.
Honestly, when these first came
Are you
out
sure?
a couple
There
years
are-
ago
I
for
feel like cream
Valentine's
cheese
Day,
is hit or miss.
I hate
got
cream
like
cheese.
three
I hate
boxes.
sour cream. I
You
hate
made
I
mayonnaise.
like
You
sour
made,
cream and I'm
you
little,
made
but
me
like,
drink
no.
grass.
Yeah, but it tastes.
yeah, I mean,
Grass
You know why people
soda,
use
yeah.
cream cheese? Because authentic buttermilk is too expensive to produce.
Buttermilk is expensive.
All right, you can get these out of here.
Okay.
And don't keep eating them.
You really should get them run upstairs now, right?
not with the clusters.
No.
I want those.
Oh, fuck you. They're not hot.
This is gonna
You
be
smell it
horrible.
as soon as you open the bag, right?
Now what are they? Now flaming dill,
This is
right?
Lay's flaming hot dill
Oh.
pickle chips remix. Like, why was that on the bag?
I don't know.
They did like
Oh,
they
there's
tried to do like
pickle
a
and
music
hot
thing.
Let me tell you
I'm
something.
gonna go big chip.
So this
So,
is.
I might tap
Excuse me.
out.
Oh my god.
Fuck you. If I'm doing it, you're doing it.
After all this, can we at least have like a drink break?
You
Bullshit,
have a
I feel
drink
like
while you're
right
doing
here.
it.
Yeah, but that's not gonna do it for me.
So,
Nikolai,
I need
bullshit,
something
you're
to-
doing it.
So Frito is the
No, I
sister.
will, but I need to
Are you gonna
change-
finish this, or am I free to
You're
pour?
gonna have it.
Honestly,
I got the folder on.
It's
All
the
right, so-
sister company to Pepsi.
so
they do sell the stuff that comes out, and they make a lot of hot stuff for some reason. And
so
I got
it
two.
smells more like dill
Pickle,
than
yeah.
hot.
It is. It's gonna be
It
more
does smell
dill
like
pickle.
Thank you so much.
It is until it burns our face.
I have a feeling we're gonna need this after this.
Oh wait, you're
No.
Too much head.
That's not really.
Oh, you know what? Oh, where's the big one? There we go.
It's making me
Oh,
cough.
You
we're
eat it
going.
already?
Um,
I'm afraid.
It's not that hot. I don't.
All right.
It's hot, but it's not.
I'll try it.
It's not. Oh my god.
Take a small chip. Oh, it's empty. Thank
It's
God.
empty.
Empty.
All right, let me smell
You're crazy. That's hot as fuck.
Really?
it. Is it really?
I don't think so.
I mean, I
I'm
can
gonna go
definitely get the
small.
dill smell, like you said, but
People have different tolerances for hot.
I can't do it. I'm gonna
Barbecue-
start sweating my ass off.
Barbecue
in a
hurts
minute.
me.
Really? Wow.
Oh, that's
I
hot.
can't eat Middlesworth. They're too hot.
Really?
Okay.
Wow. I don't think they're that
A
hot.
friend from work gave me.
No, I had the hot and
jalapeno
spicy,
chips.
That's
God,
hot as
my
fuck.
face was on fire.
Hot and spicy Chex Mix. And I thought that was really hot. Those
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's kind of hot.
I kind of.
I mean,
At first, when I first ate it, you could taste like all the vinegar from like the pickle,
yeah.
and now it's just all hot everywhere.
I
Really?
feel the burn.
What
But-
did you say, Dave?
This is my first
But they ain't that
pickle.
hot.
All right, so
And I don't like it.
On a scale
I
1
work-
to 10, 10 being hit the flames of hell.
get real. That's hot for me. I'm a pussy.
Yeah, I do. But just give me a number. What do you think it's at? On yours,
An 8.
Like a 5.
6.
really?
Yeah, 5,
Yeah.
6.
Because I know there's hotter out there.
You know what I say? 2.
Really?
Yeah, 1 being.
All right,
I feel
so
it's very
I'm on
mild.
the boat
I've
with
had-
Andy there. I mean, you get the dill's great, and then it's right in the back of the
And I'm
throat.
not a big hot guy.
so I've had the dill chips because I have 2 girls at work that are obsessed with dill
I
like
pickle.
those.
Which brand?
Lay's.
Okay.
Lay's dill chip. Lay's
What
dill pickle chips are really good.
Mhm.
So are Pringles dill pickle chips.
Pringles misses the mark for me.
Utz has a good dill chip too.
All right.
Yeah, it's good.
Soda
I
time?
like Utz chips better than
Yeah, they're
Lay's,
all
though.
so they're all gonna
I mean,
taste
I don't
good
want the
today.
pickle, but like,
If you have a
Honestly, I
high
don't
heat
like Lay's
tolerance,
chips
that's
as much.
not bad.
No, it's not bad at all.
I don't think the heat's that bad.
Oh,
I don't like the pickle.
bottle opener.
Like if it was
Oh,
just like a
I have
nacho
one of my
cheese or
belts
something
hanging on the
like
side of
that,
the fridge.
I'd be good.
If I take
Like you get the heat like in
Open
the
with your
back of your
dick.
throat
Yeah,
just
take
a
a
little
picture
bit.
of
Like
so cherry, I'll talk about it now. Cherry Ale 8 is like 7-Up. It's a rival thing. I forget where they're from exactly. I think it's Detroit or something. And it should taste like cherry 7-Up.
Sweet.
So it's nothing crazy.
I love cherry 7-Up.
Let's see if it's.
oh, that's like the worst bottle.
We don't even.
Look at Andy.
he's a
It
beast.
smells like cherry 7-Up. It's gonna be.
You
very good.
maniac, you.
I had a friend who used to do it with his. He would bite it with his teeth.
Oh.
Yeah. And
You have that one.
Why?
This one has more.
I used to do it at one point.
Too much.
Open
No,
up.
sorry. But just
bottles
dump some for me
and-
then.
Oh, that's I cheated a little bit.
Maybe.
What?
It's okay.
You cheated?
Yeah,
How'd
I
you
cheated.
cheat?
You can drink it.
Listen,
what?
It's
everybody gets one.
It's my mouth was hot. I had to get it in there. All
You have beer.
right, it's too much head because you went crazy.
I'm sorry.
I would buy that again. I would buy a 6-pack.
I think it's not very sweet, but it's pretty good.
It's
it
delicious.
smells like Robitussin.
The late
Very,
one. Yes, it's cherry.
Carbonated.
Real
Reminds me of
ginger.
Cherry 7-Up. The
It says
smell.
there's real ginger in here.
What?
What?
Yeah, that's what I
It's,
said.
it's more like a ginger cherry
Yeah.
ginger.
So imagine a ginger Sprite. This
Yeah.
actually comes from Winchester, Kentucky. The Ale 8 bottling company. I like it.
Taste a lot of cherry.
That's really
You know
good.
what the smell of it is? It's kind of
Did you
like
take a picture of it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you say you pay what, $2 a bottle?
Take a
for
look.
Yeah, I think so.
Give me a little
Yeah.
hammer there.
So
it's like
This is. I'm not finished. This one actually. This is.
It's like
nice.
it's-
You want more?
it's like you know what?
this?
There you go. If you don't care.
Concern is the other way.
I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah.
I'm also not a big fan of like ginger stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I taste a lot of.
But it also
My burp
might
was
be
ginger.
the mix between this and that chip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
that,
I'm like,
too.
eh.
I feel like it. I couldn't
But
really.
you're not
taste
getting the
it.
cherry because you still got the heat in the back of
Yeah.
No,
your
I got cherry.
I didn't get a lot.
I didn't get much cherry.
Wow, the ginger is strong when you.
Yeah.
I
When
like
you
it.
pound it.
I mean,
Never mind that. That's
I
fantastic.
buy it.
didn't cherry because of
8 out of 10.
fire.
Cherry Ale 8. I'm gonna buy more of them.
Yeah, that's really good.
Bye.
The secret is in the bottle.
How much is a bottle of that?
They're usually like $2. Sometimes it's a little less. There's a place in Hershey I'm going to. They have a whole thing.
If you grab a bottle,
All right. There's also Ale 8 regular, which is Sprite. Gets ginger ale.
Yeah, I buy that. That's
Oh,
not
a
bad.
ginger and citrus soft drink at the Clark County Fair. How about it? So this is I didn't know there was ginger. We have a kind of like secret Ale 8.
the cherry and the ginger really pair off very
Yeah,
well.
this- I
If you
thought
drink
this
a
was
little-
very good.
Like if you feel like maybe like if you do like a quarter of it like straight out, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Okay,
good.
so these have wacky names, but they're gonna taste good.
Sweet.
You want to have swamp juice or alien snot?
Alien.
Oh,
Aliens.
Aliens.
Nah.
AS.
let's snot it up.
All right, Ollie's Avery Company. It's the So Disgusting Company. Here, I'll do that.
And this is some of your wacky sodas.
Yeah. But it's called Totally Gross Soda, but it's just a gimmick.
That's funny though. I like that.
So what is the description for this?
Okay, so this here you go. It's kiwi and blue raspberry. See?
Oh, that's
Yo.
interesting.
So the Totally
my
Gross
cup.
sodas
I'll be right back.
are not totally gross. Oh, and I need to go out for this.
Give me a little
Sorry.
bit. 'Cause this shirt has a hook on it. You'll catch me right in the manhood. Oh! I'll stand up. You almost caught me with it because you lift up and
Tony,
it
grab
shot back.
another bottle opener quick.
Oh, this one's terrible.
Next to the. It smells like a
My
bottle.
doc-
Should be hanging on the fridge.
There you go.
Yeah, it is. But
That's very. That was
All right, Heidi, slide
A
over. You gotta
lime
take the big
smell.
chair. Welcome,
Yeah,
everybody.
good
Heidi is
chair.
on camera just for the snacks.
Got the
You know,
good
a little
chair.
bit.
That's good.
Have some alien snot. It's a very nice color, ain't it?
It is pretty
I like
color.
I'm getting definitely a lot of blue raspberry smell. I'm not getting much kiwi. That's a lot of blue raspberry.
I feel like kiwi isn't a really strong.
No, it's not. It's
flavor.
kind of a fake strawberry.
I've smelled
It's
this
like-
before.
It smells like candy. Freeze pop.
I think that's what it
It
is.
does taste
Bomb
like
pop.
a freeze pop.
Bomb
It's
pop.
Bomb pop.
It
Yeah.
tastes like a lime freeze pop.
Bomb
The
pops.
fireworks.
It's a
That-
bomb
yeah,
pop.
the red, white, and blue.
Firework
Shine.
one.
That's a
Yeah.
bomb pop.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ain't bad.
I like it.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think it tastes more like the blue end / white.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
I
if
think
anyone
that's
wants
what the
some
white
more.
flavor.
You want some more?
That is what the white flavor is,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
What? What's
Kiwi,
white?
isn't it?
What?
Or is it pineapple?
I don't
What?
know.
No,
Don't ruin my
is it
rainbow.
white?
The white is
cherry?
coconut.
No.
It's supposed to be coconut.
It's not coconut.
That's a
'cause I don't like
lie.
coconut.
I don't either.
It's not
It
coconut.
doesn't taste like coconut. I, mean,
know.
a bomb pop's cherry, blue raspberry, and
I like
coconut.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
don't think it's coconut.
It's good. I like the
I think
L8
you're
more.
wrong.
I'm gonna get a case of L8.
Yeah, that's a really good one. I like that
I like
one
it.
better.
Can
than
you buy it by the
cherry.
case, or you just got to buy individual bottles?
Sometimes they cut you a deal depending where you are. I mean, I don't know if you probably ship it, but the shipping is what hits you hard. I mean, you're talking $20 at least to ship a case, and that's maybe
It's
it's like
lime,
6 or 12
cherry
bucks.
lime, and blue raspberry.
This tastes like
Well-
lime, but it just says kiwi and blue raspberry.
I like it.
It tastes like a
Always
pop-up.
Avery. And this comes from New York somewhere.
Yeah. my
chair.
Where are you going now?
Oh, actually comes from Connecticut. AverySoda.com. And I like how the gimmick is they're all.
I like
Yeah,
that.
That's,
Stupid
that's definitely
names.
bomb pop.
And it's
I
like
found
raw-
I found something that Heidi can talk about. That's kind of nerdy related.
PlayStation.
We'll talk about it.
Oh, I
in a
got
minute.
makeup.
Oh.
Heidi can talk about nerdy style makeups. All right, I'm on
I
snot
thought you
juice.
spilled
Yes.
it everywhere.
Snot juice.
No, alien.
Alien snot.
Ooh,
It's not
that has a smell that I don't like.
Mine was-
Why?
Blue raspberry?
Has a weird smell.
When you taste it, you'll be
Yeah.
like my childhood.
Yeah, seriously.
Blue raspberry lollipops.
Bomb pops.
Bomb pops.
The red, white, and blue.
firework one.
Yeah.
Ice pop.
Yeah.
That's what it tastes like.
Oh boy,
Actually, I'm a little bit more
Good.
than
Drink as much as
Good.
you want.
that's delish.
They
So this one looks gross.
Anybody else?
This is swamp juice.
It-
Why is it
looks
so
like a swamp.
dark?
Heidi? Anybody
Because it's a
The swamp,
fruity
yeah,
mix.
but
Because it's a
also
swamp.
Yeah.
It's a swamp.
Yeah, so it's
It's a
supposed to look
swamp.
like it took
Okay.
water from the
It's
swamp.
a swamp.
Is that
I like
Also-
the art.
yeah?
I like the
Always
gimmick.
Avery is pretty.
Is it?
Yeah,
Sure.
there's
Oh,
always
yeah.
a goofy monster on it too, except for the what's it, kitty piddle? So it's supposed to be cat piss. Oh, this one's a twist off.
Getting lucky.
Nothing. It's supposed to. It looks like slop.
It does. It looks like, swamp.
suicide soda.
Just-
It
got some
looks
there.
like swamp water.
A dirty ball.
What is the flavors in it?
It says fruity mix.
Surprise.
Grass.
It smells delicious.
It looks like mulch.
You're
It probably tastes like liquid fruity pebbles.
You know what this tastes like? And I was actually gonna bring it up. Do you guys remember those ice creams that were those like the fruit balls? It were kind of like Dippin' Dots,
Okay.
but they were kind of like in a Go-Gurt tube.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah.
It was ice cream. You know how it like turned all brown?
Mhm.
Kind of smells like that. So I'm wondering if it tastes like that.
It looks like when you're painting, it's called your paintbrush water.
I don't know.
That's a good taste, but I can't tell you. I couldn't tell you what it tastes like, but it's good.
It's a hodgepodge. Oh, speaking of hodgepodge, you'll be excited to know that at the beginning of that Fright Rags origin episode, they talk about and they use the word hodgepodge.
Lemon, lime,
what
berry?
what was the actual
I can't
name
put
of
my
the show
finger on
supposed
it.
to be?
I don't know.
Pop culture hodgepodge.
It's like a mixture.
It looks like
It's like all the
actual water
leftovers.
from a swamp.
It's like
Yeah.
all the leftovers.
It's actually
that are
delicious.
together.
That's really good. That's probably the best soda so far.
Really, I like Ale8 the most.
I like
I like it.
aliens.
Aliens.
This
I like
one,
I like
aliens
that.
not.
This is my favorite.
Really?
I mean, this one you just can't put your finger on it.
Is that your
It's-
only three?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love about three.
disgusting.
I like aliens not, then the swamp one.
Let's
and
do
then the
this real
cherry
quick.
one.
Let's get this microphone over.
Did you buy the-
No.
Did you buy the Elvira makeup palette?
No.
I know a
but-
thing or two about makeup.
All right.
Well, you probably know more than me. I don't really know.
Do the horror first.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay. So, we got a Freddy Krueger palette.
That's
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Does it
Look
come
at the
with
camera.
burnt skin?
No.
So
No,
read
no.
some
But
of the
all the names.
read the
are
names
like,
off.
They're.
This is all eyeshadow and
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
That's all I did. I'm
At least some of them named after like his victims.
Incinerator, Elm Street, Bloodbath, Burned Alive,
Mm.
Don't Fall Asleep,
What color is Don't Fall Asleep? Black?
Gray,
Oh.
Like a gray, yeah.
and Slash, Sweet Dreams, and Dream Realm.
So we'll take a picture of this and we'll put it on.
That's the new thing, the themed makeup
She,
palettes.
so she got
I went
this.
to the viral one. I was like, I'm not
I
buying
didn't
it.
even see that one.
It's shaped like a coffin.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Is that a hot
cool.
topic?
Yeah.
These two are hot topics.
And it has like the slashed mirror on the inside.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
If you didn't know that, you think they're Blu-rays.
Yeah, right. And
That's what I
then
thought they were.
this one is Friday 13th, and the same thing.
It's
Oh,
a-
that has a little mirror. Oh, that's cool.
They both
That-
have, they both
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
mirrors.
See, oh,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. And the claws are coming out.
Can't see.
Don't worry about the camera.
You know, it'd be cool if the brush was like his glove on one side.
I
and
know, and I
yeah.
thought I was hoping there was like there's no brushes, so that kind of sucks. This one is Crystal Lake, Voorhees, Immortal, Summer Camp, Counselor, Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's what it was.
What color is? Oh, it's like a
It's
pinkish.
like a reddish. Yeah. They were warned, and Jason lives.
Now, how much do they go for? 20?
Yeah,
30?
about 20. I got them on like super sale though, because that's how I do it.
Speaking of Friday the 13th, if you weren't on Xbox or the Marketplace this past weekend, you did miss out on the Friday the 13th game for only $5 hairs.
What?
Well, it was also
That's cool.
it was all horror. It was horror themed games.
Oh,
on
really?
sale. Yeah.
Oh.
And then I got Dead by Daylight for 10.
I was gonna say I missed it, but I don't look at my Xbox.
So
This
here-
one is Beetlejuice.
Yes.
Handbook for the recently deceased. It
Yeah.
looks like the
That's
actual book, so keep that when the makeup's done.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think this might come out too.
Is there anything under that or
No,
no?
that's
No.
cool. Yeah, but you can use it as like
you
a,
can use
Yeah,
the
I
box.
keep-
Yeah, that's cool. I
Yeah.
keep that.
or just hide stuff
These
behind
are
it.
all like cool names too, and they're all like shaped like coffins.
You don't get too
Um,
much in there, but like
No, but I don't. I mean,
I think more
it
the value
lasts
is in
a
the
while.
presentation.
Yeah, that's mostly why I got it
Yeah.
because I'm not.
So
they
read
don't
off some
make
of the
up.
Beetlejuice names.
It's Showtime, Shrunken Head, Lydia, Afterlife.
Fun fact: if we were gonna have a kid,
Mhm.
if we had a daughter, her name would be Lydia.
okay.
Sandworm,
Lydia Elizabeth.
Bioexorcist.
So is this the announcement?
Well,
No,
Is this the
Nick.
Bioexorcist? Is it like a light
Absolutely
green
not.
color?
What'd you say?
Is it a light green color?
No, that one's actually like a blue. The one that says
Aqua.
Beetlejuice.
Is Lydia red?
green. Yeah.
okay,
Lydia's
makes
red.
sense.
Then Juno, Strange and Unusual.
I like the purple color.
Dark Room, Miss Argentina,
you could use dark room, and that would match your ring gear.
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
So Miss
Dante's
Argentina.
Inferno. Miss
Argentina.
Argentina was the
Yeah, the green girl.
half lady.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
really cool. I like
Yeah.
that box.
Right. Well, I just got this one,
And that is.
Disney Villains.
Oh,
There's
misunderstood.
not really any cool. Well, I guess there's like little pictures you could see, like all the villains. It's pretty cool. Theirs are different names though. Like some of them don't like no spots, mongrels, Diablo. I feel like there's a lot of Cruella de Vil in this. Diablo, Devious, Tragic, Underworld, Pain and Panic, Forest of Thorns,
Cool.
Flotsam. I never heard of that. That might be that.
Flotsam?
Flotsam?
Dr.
Yeah.
Facilier. You know
See,
that
my,
guy?
my Disney
They got a
knowledge is very
lipstick too,
low.
but I don't know who he is. I think he was
People in the
Princess and
chat.
Frog.
Tell us.
They might know. I think he was in Princess and the Frog. The
Ooh,
Fates,
Showtime's a nice dark
Revenge,
purple black.
Sing,
Someone's
Jetsam,
Magic
Facili,
Ringer.
and 101. There was also, I can't remember. Who was
Medusa?
it? Not Medusa. I'm trying to think of all the villains that they
Magic
used.
Ringer.
There was
yeah, that
Hades.
these two.
In this?
Cruella de Vil, yeah.
Oh,
And
it's
like the whole,
Beetlejuice.
there's like a whole line from ColourPop for like the villains.
That's cool.
No, does that
And
just have a
it's,
magnet to shove it? Or
I can't remember who the Maleficent,
I think.
the Evil Queen,
I think so.
magnetized? That's cool.
that Dr. Facilier. I think he's from Princess and the Frog because I tried to look him up, but I didn't see
Might
that
be.
one.
But I
Didn't
have
see
not
that
seen
one.
that one, yeah.
I like
Oh,
the
yeah.
neon thing in the front. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
So they're called AL8. Like I could.
Yeah, AL8's the company.
So out of
It's
all the ones you got, which
AL8.com.
one's
So-
your favorite?
And then this
I don't
one
know.
is.
I just got this one. It's really
This is
glittery.
fanta-
I don't
Alien was
really usually
fantastic.
do a lot of glittery.
I really like the cap.
Well, what you
But
do
I
is you
just
put
like
a little
the
bit of glitter
colors.
right here of a lighter color, and then you.
Yeah.
I know how to.
You can help me out because I'm not good at it. But I don't know. They're all pretty cool.
Then you take the black or the brown and fill your eyebrows in. Get nice full eyebrows.
Shit, because this one's lighter than this one.
Yeah. Nobody will know.
You could do
No.
an Andy makeup episode.
Yeah. I could. Here we go.
Alien Salt was definitely good. That one was hit and miss, and I could definitely drink that one again.
Yeah, this one I thought was very good. I like
Boy,
Alien Star.
we
I like
missed
this one
Lady
too.
Gaga
But
trivia.
this was
I
the
don't
bottom.
care. To be
Now,
honest,
how do you
I'm not gonna
determine
know
which ones you
I
buy?
was
What's
like-
your process?
If it's
I saw
wacky,
the alert
or if it
and I was
sounds
gonna
good.
play, but I was
So
like,
like kiwi blue raspberry. That sounds good.
Now, do you go by
I
the
like
name
the-
or do you go by the flavor?
The flavor usually, yeah. Unless like I know always Every's makes good soda. Not that I know it's good. So like I know Lester Fixins are just wacky and they kind of taste bad. But yeah, usually it's just whatever looks good, you know. I'm trying to see if there's no website on Avery.
No?
I'm sure there's an Avery.
No, that one's different, right? That's different from the
Yeah,
other
this is
two.
a different company. So this
I
one's
didn't
from
really
Winchester,
taste the-
Kentucky.
Okay. I didn't really taste the cherry, but my mouth was still a little burny.
yeah.
I don't know when.
So Heidi got to do some show and tell tonight.
Yeah.
All right, Ben. What do you got? We got time.
Got
Put those
two
off to the
books.
side.
See, mine's gonna be real quick because you just gotta look at them. There's no story about it.
Okay.
So
Oh, sorry, I just like
one of the conventions I went to, Philly Wizard World, when it was good. I got
I
to
went
see Bob Kemp, the guy that did Ren and Stimpy, and he
Oh,
did a
yay.
whole cover of Avengers for me.
Really?
all done up. Yeah.
So he did that, and then you went and got it graded there.
Yeah. Well, actually, they do a different process.
Mhm.
They actually send a guy over to do the paperwork.
Grab the bag.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Wait, he
Yeah.
did it for
That
you.
looks awesome.
Yeah. So like I went
So wait,
to CGC.
why isn't it a 10?
Well, he did a little bit of
Pushing down.
pushing down and stuff. So
But that was him.
That's crazy.
That
'cause-
was
Who
expensive.
graded it?
so that's what's called
CGC.
a commission, guys. Okay,
Yep.
and that's a blank book totally. There's nothing on it when you buy it. So you get
Right.
And
your
I
favorite
told
artist
them,
to draw
I'm
whatever.
like, I bought that Avengers cover at the show, and I'm like, hey, I
Powdered
want you to
Toast Man
do
is
like
Thor. That's awesome.
Power. I did like the whole commit.
Yeah.
I'm like Power Toast Man is Thor, Log is Iron Man, Mr. Horse is the Hulk, Ren is Ant Man, Stimpy's the Wasp, and
So-
Loki is Muddy
Wow.
Mud Skipper.
I do have a question though.
How
Go
much?
ahead.
That was my question. You don't have to say specifically, but like, is a lot to get something like this done?
Sometimes
So
it's a
you
lot.
chose what he was going to draw. He drew it right there for you.
Well, I told him what to do.
And the bet will come back a later time.
Yeah,
So he sits there and draws this for you.
Yes.
Pretty
but
cool.
since it was like later
it's
in the
crazy 'cause
show, I was kind of like,
So did he
So it's an
draw?
actual
I went
cover?
blind. Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
So, when
So
They just have
the cover's blank, but then if you open the cover, there's the real cover's there underneath.
Oh,
Mhm.
But it's a blank, so that way you can get whatever.
that's
Favorite
cool.
So, like, say
drawn.
for example, if you wanted something from like James O'Barr, who did the
Now the Marvel variant, did he have to put that Marvel stamp on it because
Nope.
he used their
no,
characters?
that's always on there.
A commission, they tried to do something like that last year where Marvel and DC tried to get cut, but you can't.
That's
you
the only
can't.
one you're showing
I mean,
off.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That one and
Now, did he do this and you picked it up there, or did he mail it to you? 'Cause that's
well,
what
I
do a lot of
actually had
times.
to go to CGC. They had a special form where a guy had to
That's
send it to him, and they were like, "We know that you're going to do this commission, so after you're done, send the book to us, and then we'll
Okay.
grade it. Go from there." They
Yeah,
have,
I
they have a
don't know.
process for
Oh,
that.
sorry.
So that was about 3 years ago. That I
And
got
this
that
is
done.
grayscale, guys. See how it's black and there's like different colors of gray in it?
Now, did he draw Avengers?
No,
That
so
It's like the original.
this
four
was there
Avengers.
and this was there. The rest is
Yeah,
kind
okay.
of like that.
He drew like the original Avengers, like I asked, because
Right.
what I
So
originally
the
wanted.
big set Avengers on it.
That's what I'm asking.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like any blank, like the Thor, Iron Man, it will always have the logo, but everything else is just completely blank.
So you're the only one who got that cover.
No, this cover, this book exists, but not this drawing.
So
This
the
is one of a kind
drawing, the drawing on the cover is exclusive.
Yes.
No one else in the
That's-
world has
No.
that.
Yes, you're right. So that's
Cool.
commissions. That's
Now,
what I go for. That's what I'm big.
Will
on.
they
Can I say it
make
real quick?
another one? If someone were to see this online and go to these conventions and be
But-
like,
He might
all
say,
depends.
I'm gonna do it a little differently. It
Okay.
depends on the artist. But I could go to
Actually,
their
our
artist.
certificate of authenticity
That's
actually
cool.
did for it then too.
that's
so,
awesome.
So
Yeah.
what is something like this actually worth, Ben?
I mean, it doesn't really have like a real value to be honest. It's more
To
like
a Ren and
personal
Stimpy
thing.
fan, a hardcore Ren and Stimpy
And a
fan,
Bob
if you will.
Camp fan.
Right.
It would be like,
Even an Avengers fan, it was want something different.
I mean, I never really put a price on it to be quite honest with you,
I
but
don't know what it'd be worth.
I could tell you, I got the book for about 10. The actual just the
the blank,
blank
itself, yeah.
variant itself for like $10. The
Sometimes
sketch,
you get 'em for
because it
5.
was ink, it was 200.
Yeah.
Then the grading, I would say maybe about 260, 270.
So you're
I mean-
definitely into this project. You're
Yeah.
invested
But,
into this
but at the
project.
same time, it's a one of a kind piece.
Yeah, nobody else in the world has that. and it's a
So-
cool idea. It's not just like, can you draw Superman for me? You know?
Right.
So
Like what I did, I just wanted to do like original Avengers.
yeah,
lineup
I'm big on
board.
that's my main thing at constant commissions. That's actually what I brought. So how about it?
That's pretty. Cool.
I have, I don't know, over 20. I think I have 25 to 30 now
Oh, that's
Ooh,
pretty
over the
cool.
years. Yeah,
So-
I'm trying to get all the X-Men girls, so I brought something different today.
Do you have to get a comic variant, or can you just be like, here's $200, draw me?
Yeah, they usually have
You can do
paper. So
whatever.
you could get a 11 by 12 or whatever, and they'll draw whatever they want.
So-
Usually they'll say, as long as I know the character.
Okay, I was gonna say, is there
And
some
sometimes
kind
what
of
I do to them
limitations?
is I talk to them for a while, and I'll be like, hey, I want, like I said, this guy, Scott Blair, I was like, I
Very
want
cool.
She-Hulk.
Very cool.
Do whatever you want. Because usually they're like, oh, okay. And then we were talking about wrestling, so he drew She-Hulk, and she has the women's title. And she's like,
So,
oh,
like,
this.
for instance, if I went to this guy and I was like, just have fun with this, but I want all of the Avengers to be horror figures.
He would do it.
Like,
Yeah,
I want
but-
Freddy and
Now,
Jason.
that would be pretty
some
cool,
people
too.
charge more per character,
Mhm.
and then like, let's say there's headshot, bust, full figure, and they all have different prices.
I mean, if it was a one of a kind
yeah,
thing,
and
you know,
everyone has different prices. You know,
Right.
one artist
I
price
think
would
that-
be different from another.
I think that one because there were so many
That's
characters.
a lot
I
of
was
stuff
like,
for $200. I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
I think that was just a little bit more. And I said, I like ran to him like, hey, can you make like Iron Man is Log is Iron Man? And he's like, I'll just throw that in for free.
Yeah.
Like at that point, because I'm like, all right, cool.
Nice guy, cool guy.
Yeah, he's all right. Yeah. The only thing that I kind of like disrupted him on, because there was this one controversial character that they had in like later in the show. I brought it up and he's like, I don't do that anymore. That ended the whole show. And I
Really?
go, oh, really?
Which character was that?
It was
I was never big on Ren and Stimpy.
I wasn't either.
I think it something Liquor. John, I think it's like John Liquor. And he came up, he like, I will never do a commission that ruined the show. I go, well, what do you mean? I'm like, I was just like, I didn't know. Because that character in general was one of those weird, like awkward, disturbing characters. Like when you're watching it now, it was like, holy shit, how the hell did they get away with this on television? Like, I mean, there's disgusting stuff. All right, fine, you can kind of look back
Ren and
there,
Stimpy
but
got
this
kicked
guy,
off TV for years because of its content.
but like this guy was like,
This character was the one that pushed it over the edge.
Especially for the time.
Yeah,
too,
while
you know?
Ben's pulling out his next comic, if you want to
They
see
got
all
one?
the stuff we're showing off tonight, see the drinks, see everything, follow us on Instagram, search interviews with everyday people. Like I said, that's all one channel. It's all under the same moniker, and you get to see these cool comics.
Is it just interviews with everyday people, or
Yep.
is it IWEP?
Interviews with everyday people.
Shh, that's our new wrestling organization.
Yeah, but he has it listed on the page. That's why I wanted to double check.
By the way, you're gonna start doing
Pull it out of the bag.
Federation
and then
t-shirts for IWC.
finally, my last comic. It
Star
was
Wars.
it was
Star Trek on the
one.
back.
It was one where
Nice back.
Yeah.
it was one where we were talking about it, and we
Mhm.
kind of featured it like 2 shows ago. It's the first appearance of Taskmaster.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that completely threw me off.
Me
I
too.
saw Star Trek on the back, and I was
Yeah,
like,
the back's
This
always
is a-
different.
That's a
This is a Star Trek comic?
And another 9.2,
Everyone take a picture,
9.8 grading.
Wow.
Wow.
White pages and all.
God.
So Ben,
this-
what exactly is what's keeping you from a 10 on that?
You have to like.
It's very
literally
hard to
have
get a
it-
10,
Yeah.
and sometimes it depends on the guy who's grading it, how if he wants to be a dick or not. But
Who's being
the
picky?
10 has to be like perfectly smooth everywhere with no little.
Like you
Yes.
really have to like legitimately
Yeah,
like.
but like here's the thing: like this guy gave this 9.8, some other guy there might give it 9.6, some guy might give it 9.9. It all depends. But
So
usually,
even if you
they don't
went to
give
the
out
comic
10s.
book store, pick this out the day it came out, put it in a case in a sleeve,
Mhm.
and you still wouldn't get a 10 after
Well,
it was only touched one
Because then they
time.
could have like shipping problems. I would assume, like, because it's unless specifically
Packaging problems.
from
Mhm.
like
They
the
make
person
one
who
off the
printed
press.
it
it
and
looks
was
like,
like,
a 10 to me.
let's throw this
but
aside.
It's usually 10s they call them unicorns because they're so rare. But yeah,
Have you ever seen a 10?
Yes, I seen one. It was Tom McFarlane's The Haunt, which is a shitty comic, but it was a 10. So
Also-
a 10 will make it worth like, oh, it's $400, but it's a 10.
And then
But
there's
this is really nice. This is worth at least 200. Yeah.
Since, yeah.
Well, it's great at
Still,
9.8. Yeah.
But
First
yeah,
appearance of the
Yeah,
Taskmaster.
that came out what 1970, 1980, 1980.
yeah.
Huh.
Like late 79, early 80s.
That's in very good shape.
Yeah, I mean, I always liked Taskmaster because what really made me fall in love with the character, it was Marvel versus Capcom 3, and they finally
Okay,
threw
yeah.
like really wacky characters. They like threw Mike Hager. I'm like, all
Yeah.
right, not
And they
Zangief,
did
all right.
Taskmaster
And
She-Hulk.
And then
One.
Taskmaster
X-23.
came out. I'm like, and Steve Bloom doing the voice of him. I'm like, yes, I love Taskmaster because he shoots bow and arrow like Hawkeye.
I like how on the side Marvel puts the characters that are appearing in.
Yeah, they kind of they used to all the time, then they brought it back and they took it away and kind of do it.
Now, have you ever opened one of these and read it?
I mean, you shouldn't open one of them because that's
No,
the
that's
whole point
once
of
they're
that's to see-
sealed.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
because
That's
you
it.
pay money to put them in that case.
Yeah.
So what do you got, Andy?
Okay, I brought all commissions too. I was
Oh,
going to
cool.
explain commissions, but we already did. So,
Nice,
Yeah. So these, because of it's wrestling weekend, they're all wrestling themed.
nice.
Really
So
cool.
the first one is a Darth Vader. I wonder who I got on that. Vader. So it's
yeah.
Vader holding Vader's helmet.
And what book is that?
It's Darth Vader. It's a comic.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
that's cool.
yeah. So just dumped by Dan Notes. I'm going to take a picture of that. And I said to him,
behind you, Dave, is the on top of the microwave is that stand. Can you grab that?
so my idea is to get a bunch of wrestling themed ones, but
I
the
like
character has to somehow connect to the.
Yeah,
So Darth Vader and Big Bad Vader.
just one.
And I was like, can you draw him holding Vader's helmet? He's like, oh, sure. And the best thing was he's a wrestling fan, so he knew who I meant.
Oh, cool.
R.I.P. Vader as well.
Yeah.
I'll never get at
Darth Vader died?
Hucklebucks.
Wrong
At
Vader.
Hucklebucks, you hosted the
he
wrestling
did.
trivia. It's like, who's
Don't be
the
that guy,
guy
Noah.
that's named
What?
Darth
Don't be
in
that guy.
wrestling?
No, I
Like,
think he did die.
Yeah.
fill in the blank. I'm like, I know that one.
So that was
And they're called commissions.
yeah. So it's a commission, and you
Yes.
could get anything drawn that you want. You know. Some people
That's
draw
pretty
naked
cool.
stuff for you. They'll draw-
I mean, that's a pretty good caricature of Vader.
yeah, he does pretty good. He does like a cartoon art style.
Yeah,
It's real
I really
colorful.
like that helmet too. You know,
But
it
I
really
thought he
captures
did
Star
pretty cool
Wars.
there. And I got that back in 2015. I met him at Allentown Comic Con, a little tiny thing, and then I think I got some through.
Wait, was this the one that's at LTIC?
No,
Okay.
not that one. It was a little what's it called? The Merchant Square Mall.
Okay.
It's right across from the Pepsi plant. So and then I had him do some extra stuff over the years. So that's that one. So this one,
Oh, you got a few there.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
but
got,
we're gonna plow through.
Four of them.
Nice.
So it's G.I. Joe. Who's on G.I. Joe?
Sergeant Slaughter.
Holding the little title.
And
And
with
holding
Cobra
a,
Commander's head.
it's a random Cobra bad guy helmet. I
And it
don't
says
know.
who's next.
It's probably a character, but
And they made it look like Goldberg. Who's next?
yeah. So I gave him the G.I. Joe and said, I want Sergeant Slaughter with the world title. I want to get Sarge to sign that, if I ever.
And then would you ever go and put them in cases?
I think there would be a hard time because the art's already done. CGC usually has to witness it or something. So they would
Yeah.
grade it based on what it, they wouldn't give me the yellow label.
You can
but-
even just get,
Yeah,
just
I
those
could get a
other
grade, but these are
cases
probably
or
just going to keep
whatever.
like this.
Yeah.
You could do CBCS.
Yeah, and
I mean,
one day when I get a house,
be
I plan to
red,
put them
yeah.
all.
If you get Sarge to sign that, it'll definitely bump the price.
Yeah. Now this one I couldn't connect the wrestler to the title, so I was like, just do it on this one. But I want to tag team, so I got Demolition, Axe and Smash, and it's
Convergence.
yeah, Convergence is was a DC event book. It kind of sucked. And I was like, just put Demolition next to the title. So Axe and Smash, these are all done by Dan Noakes, and he's on Century Sand Shark or something like that.
So you got these all done the same day?
No, these are over at different times.
With the same guy?
Yeah. I think I got Sarge and Demolition.
Does he
done at the
look
same
for you like, oh, here comes my wrestling?
time. No, I don't know.
And now,
The first thing I was
how did the
already-
price vary from the first one to today?
His prices aren't bad. Like I think for the whole cover thing was like 40
Does he pull a picture of them, or does he go?
probably $40 or $50, which I thought wasn't bad at all for full color 2 characters. Like that's 1 character still. Like it wasn't bad at all. This one,
Sorry.
go ahead.
I'd like to plug one.
Let him do his last
okay,
book first.
There's actually 2.
Okay.
Oh, two.
They're real quick.
Yeah.
All right. I seen this was at Wizard World, and I get the guy's name unfortunately, but they were dirt cheap. I think they were $10. So
Holy cow.
everybody has a price for Deadpool as the $1 Million Man.
Wait, does he have Virgil?
Yeah, that was already done, and I was like, "Is this really $5 or $10?" I'm like, "I'll buy it," and I forget the guy's name. But everything was wrestling and
No
comic book
Virgil
themed.
though.
It says there in the bottom, but it's like his initials. So
JS17.
who's JS?
Yeah.
No, it could be anyone. And this is by Scott Blair. I had my She-Hulk one done. I was like, I want another one. I was like, but I want Alexa Bliss. So the little Harley
that's a
thing.
cool one.
Yeah.
Oh,
they did
yeah.
So
Alexa Bliss and
So that's
Harley
the
Quinn.
actual art. He just put
Yeah,
Alexa Bliss in the painting.
Yeah. See, this one was just Harley. Like, what a piece of work. So and this was blank. Everything else was obviously there.
That's cool.
So I was like, and it was a mini one, so it didn't cost as much. I think he only charged me like
I
30
think
or
that's
something
cool that it's
Definitely
like
cramming a full portrait.
it's not like
in
a
small
full page.
picture.
It's
Yeah.
just like a
So
little picture. of the
who
thing.
else-
That's Scott Blair.
Who else would you? I'm gonna need those names then.
Okay.
Who else would you do as a?
As a wrestling, I don't know. I try to like connect the characters. I was like, G.I. Joe is an easy one, Sergeant Slaughter, and then Darth Vader and Big Van Vader. But and then Alexa Bliss with Harley Quinn because she looks like she has the
Mhm.
Harley Quinn. So I don't know. Like if there was like some book that had like Rowdy in it, I could get Piper or Ronda Rousey.
Could you do you?
Yeah, I have me. I have 2 done as me. One time on my wall is one's a Green Arrow and one of Iron Man.
That's
So,
cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really
But
cool.
I said
Now is the Iron
it's
Man
Green
suit
Arrow
your
with purple going
colors?
through it. Yeah, it's a green purple.
Now these are called
Commissions.
so
Yeah.
So you just say blank commission or commission.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and those were actually cheap. But like some people could,
Okay,
when they get famous, they charge more. So I have a bunch. I have one of the. Oh, maybe I'll spoil. There's a bunch of X-Men people I have, and there's some like cartoon characters as comic book characters. So but that's I was trying to theme them all.
There's one group of artists that I would really like to plug. It's Word Balloon Studios.
Okay.
3 dudes. One guy just draws like he takes his time and they like do like dirt cheap commissions, but whatever you want, knock it out of the park every time.
Really? Wow.
They do like photo, like they do photorealistic. If you want, like, say for example, you want the Barbara Gordon Joker
Okay,
controversial one, they'll probably do it for you. Like the guy does it all.
Oh, that's nice.
Excellent.
Some people do like
and,
celebrities.
and it's
Perfect.
like they're decent. It's like $20 commission, and it's just like you get
wow.
everything.
Like that Scott Blair that did Alexa. Obviously, it's a little small one, but he
Yeah.
does like celebrities perfect. Like he'll do Ron Burgundy and everything like that, and like Ron Swanson he did,
That's
and
awesome.
Drax, and it looks like Batista. So
So do you actually
So
have
who
one
are
that's
some of
like
the-
your favorite that you have?
I don't know. Yeah, there's
Who
one.
are some of the names now you did?
Okay, so Scott Blair did the Alexa Bliss one. Scott Blair art. He's on Facebook. He does like all pin-up-y style, but he makes the celebrities look exactly like I have Linda Carter Wonder Woman. It looks perfect.
And then
And my friend got Mark Hamill. That was a joke, or Luke Skywalker. Looks
Mhm.
perfect.
Yeah, that's
Anyone?
awesome.
Oh, I
Dan
just
Noakes did
saw-
all the other ones except for Deadpool, and I don't know who did Deadpool.
Dan Noakes.
No, yeah, I think it's Nokes. Let me look real quick.
I just saw something today. Mark Hamill's doing the voice of some
Chucky.
Chucky.
Is it
That's
a guy with
thank
like a beard?
Hold on one second. I don't know what he looks like right now. Yeah, I think that's his profile there.
See, I'm trying to find him on.
I don't know if he has an Instagram. I'm not sure. Scott Blair has he has a
does.
beard and he has like a hat on usually. And he likes to draw pinups with like real big boobs and everything and stuff like that. So I'm gonna get him to do an
Okay, that's definitely
Elvira
not him then.
format
Sons
because
of
I have an
Jesus.
Elvira blank, so that's my goal. Comic Con this year to get an Elvira drawing. Scott Blair's there.
Comic Con is next weekend. This weekend.
Next year. Oh no, that's
Philly.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. The Greater Philly Con.
So, what are some wrestlers that you would like to connect? So, all right, so like Stone Cold.
Jeez, I don't know. It's because I try to tie the title in, so it's. I don't know what you would put in.
Would you do an
September.
Alexa? Would you do an Alexa Bliss as like with the Harley Quinn, like,
With that thing on?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
or like a Charlotte, a Becky, Miss Marvel?
a Becky Punisher. you know.
Oh, even funnier. Yeah, Becky.
Do like
as a
an
man.
A team with four of your favorite WWE stars.
Yeah. I don't know. Especially if the guy you talk to them and they like wrestling, then they're all about it. 'Cause
Yeah.
Usually, with anytime you get a commission and they're into it, then it's a little bit better and they do extra for you.
I did something similar to that with my tattoo. I went to a tattoo convention. No, and I got a Batman tattoo, and the guy, I'm just like, I just want like a sailor pinup, like a sailor old American traditional Batman,
Yeah,
and he did it.
that's pretty cool.
I forget who the guy is, but he does a lot of like cover swaps, but he does like different wrestlers. Like one was with like Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant.
I
With
have
Rowdy
Hogan
Roddy
one. I
Piper, but it was
forgot it.
Incredible Hulk 181.
Really? Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I
and
do
then
have
they
a Hogan
like,
one.
They did like Bret the Hitman Hart. They did the Four Horsemen.
Nice.
And there was one where Venom's like slamming Spider-Man to the ground, but it was like John Cena or something like that. They're pretty cool. I think the guy's name is like Brett something. I have to look him up. I do have a commission.
Scott Blair did one. It's just the John Cena hat, and he goes, "It's a John Cena commission, but you can't see him. But it's just the hat." I was like, "That's pretty good."
What do you got to plug, Ben? We're wrapping up here.
All right, so Banging Beers is going to be pretty fucking radical. We do have the beer in the fridge, and it's going to be fun. That's
Who's
all
our
I'm saying.
guest?
Our guest is Matt Sprague.
Good job.
He's a second appearance on Banging Beers. I'm going to bring something a little extra for him because I said about the beer, I want to get it out of my fridge before it goes bad. He's going to have it.
What
We're
time?
having it.
What time will
The beer go bad.
what time will that air?
We will air it at 3:00
On what day?
p.m. on a Sunday. I'm not that happy.
He's-
Jesus Christ.
I'm not saying you're
Is he
hammered.
hammered now?
I'm just trying to see how much of the show he's into it. Andy, what do you got to plug?
Well, True Wrestling is this Saturday in Lamar, PA. It's out by Lockhaven, so it's kind of far. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is
yeah. I'm in a tag team match. I was me, Blue Gold
There's a brewery called Robin Hood Brewing Company.
in
and they-
Lamar.
No, it's out like in Bellefonte. If you
Oh,
go
so
a
it's
little
not that
bit-
quite that
just
far.
Like if it's
Yeah,
if
Bellefonte's
you
out there,
wanted to go
141
somewhere a
miles.
little bit convenient, they make banging pizza, but they have good craft beer.
Really? Wow.
They actually have a blueberry pancake porter. And it's bitchin'.
What when can we expect the next episode?
So we didn't do one because obviously my friend was for everything
Yep.
in wrestling. So it's probably Friday. Well, we're gonna record Friday, so Saturday, and it'll
Cool.
be just all wrestling. 'Cause
Awesome.
we were both at G1. He was at WrestleMania. He was at Takeover. So
Yeah.
we have lots of wrestling to cover on the Call It in the Power Ring, and that's about it for my plugs for the week.
What do you got? Guest appearance tonight?
Opening night for Big Diamond Friday night. Come on out. It's going to be a good time. Following weekend for Friday, we got Bad Maggie over at the Roundhouse again.
I'll be there. Saturday works to be horrible.
Yeah. And then the following weekend, we have the return of Faith in Exile.
Nice.
Snake coming out of a skull.
What can we look forward to tomorrow?
as far as
I figured you were gonna get to it.
What's tomorrow at 8:00?
Tornado Tag Podcast.
There it is.
Tornado Tag Podcast. 4 of us? 3 of us?
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Austin
Are you
will be
working on the
phone.
house?
I want to work on the house tomorrow, Friday.
I might
and
have to find a
Saturday.
4th for us.
I'm not even
I can
gonna
try
go-
to find a 4th.
I'll be there.
Put it this way.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding. I know nothing.
Put it this way. I'm gonna be so hardcore about that, just getting that stuff done. I'm not even going to Hudson Valley this Saturday.
Wow.
So apparently they're okay releases. So and I'm gonna save some money. If there's better ones, I'm gonna pick those up.
Definitely going to be a long Tornado Tag Podcast. We have a lot to cover, including a local who made it big on an indie show on Saturday
wasn't
night.
me.
No,
I wish it was.
Yeah, he made the internet. We shared it. We shared it. What do you got?
So I was gonna say like the Fright Rag thing and like their podcast and Becky's opening this weekend, but we talked about that earlier. So what I'm going to say is this weekend is the last weekend to go see The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. If you have not seen it at the Bloomsburg Theater Ensemble, do so, but know that this is the last weekend to go do it. So
It was
if
excellent.
you can't see it,
It was
you're
absolutely
out of luck.
So, Nikolai, how long have you been going to Bloomsburg Ensemble?
How long have I?
Yes.
Well, see, I went to Bloomsburg University and I was an intern with them. I went on tour with them. And
How often have you shared them on social media?
I share them all the time. Well, here and there. I was going to say all the time, but it's more when it comes to certain shows more than others. Yeah, I know. It's a setup. So that's why I'm really...
How many times have you openly reviewed their show?
Listen, guys, if you are watching this at any point, I don't care. I have no hard feelings about this.
He does not.
I really don't.
I just like the mess.
He just wants to rub it in my face.
Yes. So
Do you have any
That
stories you
he
can't
was
tell us?
quoted and I was not.
so I put on our podcast page and I gave a really nice review of the show, and they took my quote and
Half of it.
Really?
Just half of it.
took
Just
half my
of it.
quote and put it on their page to say like, this is what people are thinking of our show,
That's cool.
and they didn't take Nikolai's.
Oh,
Oh.
he's been there 100 times.
Not in all those years.
You're there
So here
once.
it is. So you guys can see it.
Can you read the quote for me?
No, I'm not gonna be that.
I will read the quote.
It's the bottom one.
It 100% blew me away from its amazing story
But it
of
doesn't
hope and
say who
determination.
the quote's
It
from.
also shows you what people who have autism experience. Please do yourself a favor and go follow the page and see this before it is over.
So take that advice from Tony and the Bloomsburg Theater Ensemble and go see that show this weekend.
It's phenomenal. It's a great show.
I would probably suggest not going on Saturday because if I understand correctly, Saturday is Bloomsburg Block Party
Oh,
and that
Jesus.
will be hell
Hey,
for
shit-
you.
It's shit show.
So please
So,
Just
be
don't,
prepared for that if that's what you're going to do.
just don't show.
Nikolai.
Well,
Yeah.
going as far as the theater goes, do you have any stories kind of like band camp?
We could say those for next episode.
I mean, I have plenty of theater stories.
we are running long, so
Right.
we'll get to that next week.
Okay.
Join the chat and remind us.
I will.
All right. I think I got to plug. Interview with Frankie Klein comes this week on Friday. All of us will be in different locations. Just keep following us on all social media. Check out the new group that's coming up. We'll get to that. Yeah, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you want to see the pictures of the comics we showed off or anything we showed off tonight, follow us on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for the continued support, and we'll see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. for Tornado Tag Podcast.
Bye.
I forgot the Hogan one.
We didn't do Nikolai's box.